And with that, we're live. As in, time for you guys to talk.
All right. Well, I think that went well.
This is everyone's back on the Raza now, right?
Yes.
Oh, right. Excited to be on there. I was manning the. I was ready to come up with the drone.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll assume we brought over the previous captain of this ship as well, or the
Pilot, at least.
snow weasel.
Yes. The pilot of the Leaping Ferret is he shut down the engines at your command, and is if you tell him to come aboard your ship, he will do so.
I do so.
Okay. Suppose I should remember what his name is.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask him.
Yeah. Ah. His name is Yoon Young.
Okay, Yun. Great. Isn't that a Konosuba character? Probably.
Maybe.
Anyway. Great. Are they aboard?
Yes.
All right, perfect. Well, Union said, I guess tell us about your employer.
Well,
We're on Dry Sun. The sister is at, right?
what was that, Meowkin?
I was saying he should know where the sister is at, right?
Yeah. He
More
does.
specifically.
He tells
You
you
can carry on.
generally that Lily John is not a bad man. He's just trying to make some money on Kamiego, but he does know where Lily John is, and could give you coordinates to it. Is there anything
Perfect.
specific you want to know from him?
Well, the coordinates are a good start.
Yeah.
Is she kept in some sort of prison, I suppose, or guarded at all?
He says that he doesn't know where she's being kept, except that um, Joseph Wing, the landlord of Dry Sun, is who told him the arrangements were changing. He doesn't know where Joseph took her.
I see. And do you know anything about what was his name? Joseph?
Joseph Wing.
Joseph Wing. All right, tell us about him.
Well, he is very strict. He keeps water very tightly rationed. Is very severe in his punishment. Any little thing, cross the street in front of him, half ration for a day.
Seems an unpleasant sort. Perfect. It means my crew won't feel guilty about shooting them if we have to.
Shooting him?
Yeah. Well, You never know. He might cross the street in front of us.
This is funny man.
Okay, that's unsettling.
Yes, I am.
Are you being serious?
Not
He
really.
He has many men.
Yes, and we're on the Raza.
Oh, yes, this is a good point. What is
Alright.
the Raza?
Perhaps you've heard of us?
Oh my god.
Vegas. The crazy terrorists blew up a bunch of space station research facility. Allegedly, murdered everyone in a mining colony. Blah 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 blah.
Yes. I recognize your face. Yes.
Great. I don't actually remember doing any of that, so we're not really sure it happened. But
Well, I've only seen what is reported on the news.
yeah, they make up a lot of bullshit. It's all fake news nowadays.
Oh yeah, of course.
More seriously, we really just want to find out where this girl is kept, get her, and leave, because this is already getting way too tedious for my tastes.
Well. He looks over at Kim Do and then Jai. Can I talk to you and your crew in private?
Sure, if that
And-
would make you more comfortable
yes.
with just telling me.
And Handsome Jim says, Jung, anything you can say, you can tell us too. And Jung just kind of motions him, waves him off. And looks around for some place that you might be pointing him to go.
We point them to, I guess, this here storage closet that looks like it's had its door cut off by some sort of saw.
You have actual conference rooms.
Oh.
And
Okay,
office.
We point him to the nearest conference room.
Okay. All right. Who all is going with? Gonna use what the little method I used. I started using in the universe games. If you are going with Jai, go ahead and join him at the center of this bright glowy thing. That is really far away.
I don't want to be mistaken that I'm with them.
And I leave Jack over on the ship also, so that would only leave Zoe and Charlie.
To be extraction based, I can swing it.
Okay. So.
Oh wait, I am the planner, so no, this is him just sharing private information, right?
Yeah.
John will tell me what's important.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably. Anyway.
Take him to the conference room. He's impressed by how nice it actually looks. And once the door is closed, I think Kim Do's sister has been taken to the brothel.
Yes, I can see why you would not want to tell them that.
You cannot tell him. He will be crushed.
I won't. It doesn't seem particularly pertinent for him to know. Okay. No, that's useful for us. Unless the brothel is just the euphemism for some high-tech military facility, in which case that's a problem. But I assume not.
No, it is, I mean, there are guards there, but it is just girls for the landlord.
Right, that's what I figured. Okay, well... Yes, this seems like a sort of open and shut case. Let's just go down there. Well, the way I see it, we have two options. We could go down there, just threaten them to give us the girl and leave, or we could just shoot our way through. Any preferences?
People in town are they're good people. It's Kamiego is hard.
Well, yes, if I'd imagine the lack of water does lead to a lot of no, this pun's going nowhere. Forget it.
I mean, but I do what you think is best, but try not to kill everyone.
All right. Well, fine. No weapons of mass destruction. I suppose we needed her alive anyway. Let's see. That was a joke.
Oh, okay. A funny man.
Uh-huh. All right. Let's see here.
Sir?
Hmm?
What does this mean for me?
Basically nothing. Do you want a job? We could probably use another pilot.
Oh.
If not, we'll just drop you off on Kamiego somewhere.
Oh no, that's not a good idea. Lily John might not do anything. I think he will understand. No choice. But Joseph will not. I will not have water for a month.
I mean, we could drop you off in another one of those towns.
You know how they say about clans and social groups?
So they'd probably just enslave you. I take it.
Yeah. Yes.
Right. Okay. Well,
I have been a free man for several years now.
right.
Is your ship jump capable?
Yes.
Well, there's your answer.
Steal Lily John's ship?
I mean, I think we've already stolen it.
Yeah, yes. With very big and very loud guns.
Eh.
We didn't use our biggest or our loudest.
Mag rifles are really loud.
They are, but they're not our biggest or our loudest, are they?
Well, at that, he kind of his eyes widen.
I mean, it's true. We've got a railgun on the fucking Marauder. We didn't use that.
That's true. That is certainly bigger.
I don't know if it's actually louder.
I think they're not as loud.
Well, it operates under the same principles, right? It's basically just a magnetically accelerated.
Is that what mag rifles are? I guess that makes sense if they're called mag rifles.
Yeah.
Yep. They're basically small Gauss cannons.
Yeah.
I always thought that mag weaponry was quieter for some reason.
Where does it say they're loud?
I was just assuming that they were loud.
I will double check. I have the book open.
I mean,
I think you were thinking of the shear cannon, or
Well,
not shear rifle.
No, it might be because it's supersonic. I mean, I assume the projectiles go supersonic.
Oh
right?
yeah. It's going to. I mean, it's going to make a loud.
Yeah.
It's going to break the sound barrier, so you will get that crack.
Okay.
So
well,
at least like a whip crack.
I'm not going to concern myself with it.
Though it
We
would be
didn't use the
interesting.
Hydra array. That would have been loud.
Yes. Okay. There you go. That would have been louder. And the
It would
railgun
make sense if they had like a subsonic option there.
Yeah, they might. You just basically have to turn down the charge, I guess, the generator.
Maybe that's a mod that we have to develop.
That would
Yeah,
be
but
yeah. That'd have to be a mod.
It'd make it a lot weaker, though.
I mean, you basically just turn it into a combat rifle at that point. Actually, not even that. You turn it into a rifle.
Yeah, because it doesn't have burst. But anyway, we're off.
But then it's silenced.
We're way off base, yeah. Let's get
Then
back.
it's moving. Yeah.
A Gauss weapon fires at 120 to 160 decibels, and a regular firearm fires at 140.
What was the first number?
120 to 160.
Oh, okay. So
Sounds about
basically the same. Yeah.
Well, it sounds like a little higher on average, but well, no, it does actually sound the same on average. Never mind.
It's close. It's
Either way, it doesn't matter too much.
No. This was our normal distraction.
Yeah.
Regular scheduled distraction.
Yeah. All right, Zoe, what do you want to do?
I mean, let's go rescue the fair maiden.
Yes, I mean specifically how.
Well, first we're gonna have to go over there and gather some information.
Okay.
Are y'all doing a planning session without me now?
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Okay,
I'm very
carry on,
specifically trying
carry on.
not to.
All right, we'll have to bring in Nemesis in here so that she can deal with all the
To be fair, I think we need
nitty-gritty details.
To be fair, I think we need a better overview of the facility before we actually make any plans.
Mm-hmm.
Though I suppose that in and of itself could be part of a plan.
That's perfectly fair. So scout out the town. Zoe, you can use your trade connections to do your usual thing and gather information as you do that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I still don't know what to do with you.
Looking at Jung.
Yeah. Well, let's see.
What is stopping him from traveling halfway across the galaxy and then just selling the ship for scrap?
It's our ship.
Yeah. It's our ship.
Oh, well,
Well, Yun, you seem close enough with the virtual fighters or whatever they're calling themselves.
Oh my god.
Is that not what they're calling themselves?
Oh my god.
What are they calling themselves?
I don't know, Professor.
It's Vault Idols.
Vault titles, great. I keep thinking virtual something.
I have pictures for them all, but I forgot to size them appropriately for Roll20, so I haven't put them up. I can put them in Discord if you want,
Yeah, go for it.
because it'll be sized.
Right, the Vault titles. You seem in good with them. Do you want to just work with them?
Oh, yes. Shiyun, she is a delight.
Okay. Perfect. In that case, yeah, I'll reiterate. Do you want us to just hire you because we hired them?
Okay.
Terrific.
Hey, what is the procedure for taking a ship as salvage? Have you worked that out in game?
Like the actual lawful procedure?
Yeah, because I mean, if we just found this ship floating in space,
Well, we did find it on an abandoned planet.
yeah, well, yeah, same difference.
Are
Are we in international waters right now?
Hang
Well,
on,
there's certainly no nation around.
the picture for May Day Song, looks like the first one that came up, is also the picture for the other May. What are they? Whatever the name is for the other one. They are twin brothers.
All Mays in the galaxy look like this.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean that stands to reason to me.
I mean,
Just
we've
like
only
all Zoes have red hair and
No, all Irish have red hair.
Oh, okay. All Irish
Wow.
have red hair and are Zoe.
So you can probably tell which one is handsome Jim.
Yeah, it's the
And
second one, right?
of course. The first one is the twin brothers Mei Byung-ho and Mei Dae-seong. Probably not saying those right, but it's 1,000 years in the future, so the pronunciation has changed a little bit. Not pictured is Shion. I don't remember. Did I say that he gave you guys or showed you guys a picture of her?
No.
I didn't think so. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and post a picture anyways because in doing all of this planning, someone is going to show you what she looks like. There you go. Okay. So for salvage law, it came up in my last run here, and I can't remember what someone was telling me about maritime salvage law, but I remember that it had to do with derelict ships. As you said, in space or in international space. This planet is.
I mean, are there any sector treaties governing?
Yeah, Galactic Mandate would have some laws about that. Whether they're enforceable or adhered to or not is a different matter.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, I'm pretty sure in this case this would not be like missing long enough to fall under those laws, I imagine.
No, I'm okay. I think you're misunderstanding. I don't actually want to salvage this as a lawful thing. I want to pretend that we're salvaging it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, if we're trying to do, like,
why don't we just change the black box and call it a day?
You have rules about changing ownership of a ship, right?
I do.
Of course, it's very involved.
It is, yeah.
Or, well, maybe I shouldn't say involved, but it's a big investment in time and effort, or at least time, because you have to do it like as part of like a 30-day thing, right? Let me double check the rules of that.
Thank you. As far as just saying that it's part of legal salvage, the obstacles that you may run into is if the ship has ever been reported stolen, then it, in my kind of trying to figure this out off the top of my head, I would think that Galactic Mandate would not care what you claim it, what kind of operation you claim it is, or how you arrived to it. It's been reported stolen. You can't prove that you're the owners because that is buried deep in the ship with physical things and programmatic things. And they would, if Galactic Mandate were to inspect, they would take it off your hands. Are there any other situations you can think of that would be relevant? I'm kind of assuming that's your primary concern there is what if Galactic Mandate catches us or someone else flying with this ship?
I mean, honestly, I feel like if Galactic Mandate catches us flying this ship, they're going to be more concerned with the fact that we're flying the Raza around.
Oh yeah, that's probably true.
Right, so and also that it's us who are all pretty high on the most wanted list.
Mm-hmm.
So the real problem is we gotta, we just needed to make it through like a couple inspections of planetary people, not Galactic Mandate.
Right.
Okay. The pilot, the black box will be able to tell you where the ship has been, and a lot of because it's so easy to change transponder. Well, it's not easy, but because it's possible to change the transponder, a lot of starports and star docks rely on history. Has this ship been here before? And what was their disposition of their coming and going? If this ship has been to other places, then you're pretty much safe going to those other places.
Yeah, but the first time you bring a brand new ship into a brand new dock, they're going to be like, all right, well, you have to wait in quarantine for 2 weeks.
Yeah, they're going to want to do something to you. You guys have been able to get around that with some clever talking and careful landing.
Yeah.
Actually, pretty much just clever talking and not taking the ship down.
Yeah, because they're not as crazy about they're not as strict about lighters.
Right.
Yeah.
And
in fairness, I feel like the Raza is the proverbial 800-pound gorilla here. I mean, who's gonna stop a cruiser from sitting wherever it fucking wants?
Yeah.
Another cruiser, multiple frigates.
Yeah. All right. How's another cruiser gonna get down there?
Anti-ship rifles.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Anti-ship rifles. Fine.
Where do we land on land-based orbital defenses?
That's what we're talking about.
That they shake the town around them when they fire.
Yeah, I somehow strongly doubt Kamiego has anything like that.
Yes, I forgot the context there. Yes.
Yeah, you guys have already pretty much established that Kamiego does not.
If we go to Lamiera, yeah, sure, we'd be fucked. But we're not going back to Lamiera because that would be a horrible idea at this point. Because someone wouldn't hug her father.
Potential father?
Well, he was like her father like 3 iterations ago.
That was my third clone's father, not mine.
My father was a fucking jar.
But does that answer your question and concerns, Zender?
No, but I don't actually know what my questions and concerns are, so it's not like expecting you to answer questions that I don't actually know the questions to is probably.
I'll try and put salvage law type stuff in the back of my mind. I'm not going to write the actual laws. I'm just going to paraphrase, of course.
Yeah.
But just so that I can have a clearer vague answer to this, I'll put something down in my magical GM journal.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I mean, having a legal front is probably a good idea, and since we have this other ship, if we can get it legal, that would be good.
Speaking of legal fronts,
yeah.
Zoe, when are you going to found a corporation?
Well, we haven't really found a planet that I feel comfortable doing that on yet.
That's fair. You're looking for the right tax haven.
Exactly.
I'm sure you'd get some pretty substantial tax benefits at Lamiera.
There's other problems with that one, though.
Okay,
I mean, let's go hang out with the bro. I'm sure we get some real good shit going there.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Set up on SOS. SOS is fun. We can spend another 2 weeks there.
We're never going back. Well, shit. Actually, we are going back to SOS at some point. Unfortunately,
yeah. They're working on a project.
No,
that's my bad.
We're gonna get the best tax haven on a black hole planet when we finally go there. Because nobody can find it, so they can never collect taxes.
That's a good point.
But
I guess
that's actually also a really good point to make there, Xander. How to make the other ship a legal front. So there are multiple reasons for me to go into this kind of pulling shit out of my assery.
Yeah, I mean, so basically what I want is to not necessarily for us to own it, but for it to be in the clear legally.
Okay.
So that, we could transfer stuff to it and they could sell it, and
Well, you know what the corpse called that, right?
No. I'm
Standard
sure.
business, also known as a subsidiary.
Oh, yeah. We're gonna start franchising the Raza.
That sounds like a really bad idea.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Were you going to pull Nemesis in for planning on what you need to do when you get to the planet, or did you want to wait until you get closer?
I mean, if we want to plan to get information, or
Right.
we should do a plan to get information and then
Yeah.
make another
Yeah.
plan based on that information.
So what we're looking at, I guess, planetary, orbital scans, and then also Zoe's trade contacts.
Yeah. So I think the best plan right now is to send just a couple people over in the Marauder, maybe Jack, Zoe, and Charlie, I think. And then have them use Zoe's trade contacts. Charlie can search around doing his thing. To gather information about like what sort of defenses they have, what sort of guards they have, where our girl is located, and whether there are any other objectives we want to deal with here, because we are almost certainly going to make some noise. And then the Raza can be in orbit, and we can leave these people here to keep doing their actual job, and they can come join us in orbit once we give them the signal to fly over. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So when we talking about doing you talking about flying over with the Raza? Like
No, with
extraction?
I'm talking with the ice ferret.
Or
whatever we're calling it.
We really don't want to, like, that's sending up a big old sign. Hey, we came back in your ship. Like, right?
I don't think it should matter too much if we're just going to storm the place anyway. But we can, or also, like, they might not even have ground scanners to scan for orbital ships.
Okay, so maybe I'm misunderstanding. You basically want to show up in the car we stole from him and be like, "Hey, give us back the girl."
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying that they can keep working here and then bring the ferret back over to orbit, and then we can go down to the planet, not in that ship, because we can just transfer them over to the Raza and go down in the cargo lighter or the Raza itself.
Here's a question I have: So this Joseph appears to be like in a position above Lilyjohn, right?
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
But the ship belongs to Lilyjohn.
Yes.
Okay. I just want to make sure that was clear.
Actually, there's another possibility there. Maybe talk to Lilyjohn and see if we can work out some sort of arrangement.
It sounds like the big bad guy of this is Joseph.
Yeah. Now, if we can...
What's his last name?
Wing?
Joseph Wing.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure it wasn't Joestar.
Oh, God. That would be very interesting, but also I don't think Joseph would be this much of a bastard. Just probably. I also wouldn't trust him to run a town, but that's beside the point.
Yeah, how heavily urbanized is Kamiya? Because if everybody's got live streams, like, it's got to be pretty urban, right?
No, that's a different planet.
They're all from Agio.
Yeah. The people that you picked up are from Agio, which is a different planet in a different system. Yeah. And they've all got live stream. Kamiego is a dust ball that has migrating oases.
Oh.
And so it ends up wood is scarce, but they build homes for the landlord. Sometimes the landlord gets walls. Sometimes the town itself gets walls. And they build homes for the most important residents, or those that the landlord thinks are most important. Everyone else can sleep in tents or temporary canvas structures of some sort. And it's kind of grueling work digging in the ground for edible roots, as well as trying to pull up some of the mud that's below the hard-baked ground. And because the oases migrate, you end up with this kind of trail of broken down town where the wooden structures have been pulled up and reused as much as they could, with some bits being left behind. Or for the really careful towns, pulling up everything so that they can't be attacked if they're under constant threat of raiders. So Kamiego is very low tech compared to everywhere else you've been so far.
Okay.
Sounds like the daily struggle to live kind of deal.
Speaking of, Yun.
Are they gonna have enough money to buy any of our stuff?
That's why it'll take multiple days. You will probably be negotiating with multiple people.
I'd assume, I'd assume if we want to sell all of it, we'd have to go to like multiple towns and stuff.
Yeah. Normally the whole process would take a skilled trader 7 days, which would include traveling back and forth, but Zoe is just so good that she can kind of quickly sight in on the best people and just ignore the rest.
All right. Yeah. But Yun, does anyone else down in the town have starships? Since I assume you're still here.
He says, yeah, that in Dry Sun,
Yeah.
he thinks the landlord has a ship or two in orbit, but he's never he's only seen the cargo lighter come down.
Okay. That's good to know.
Well, it's bad because if the cargo ladder's the only thing that comes down, it means it's a big ship, right?
Well,
Not necessarily. It could all be a facade, right?
it could just be it could be a frigate that's not equipped for atmospheric transitions.
And to throw fuel on the fire, if it's just a cargo lighter, it's not necessarily his.
Yeah.
Young does not know if any of the ships that he's seen are Joseph Wing's, or if the cargo lighter belongs to him. And cargo lighters, yes, they can be fit on frigates.
Okay.
But yeah, so I think the plan at this stage is send Zoe, Charlie, and Jack over to scout out. Maybe see if we can get in contact with the Lily John and see if they'd be amenable to some sort of agreement here. And then,
Hey, oh geez, what the hell was his name?
Yun.
What the pilot? Yun. What was the schedule for your return?
Lily John said that Joseph told him ship is not to come back until half full. Doesn't matter how long it takes.
Good. I think you guys should be real slow about loading. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yes, we have plenty of oxygen on ship.
All right, perfect. Yeah, I think that's the best way to go.
All right, so let me take a look. Have you finished editing the plan there, Meowkin?
Just some phrasing now.
Again, send Zoe, Charlie, and Jack over to scout things out, and then maybe get in contact with Lily John and see if we can work out some sort of arrangement.
Sort of. So Jack, I guess, just be like social, right? Just talking to people.
Yeah, and keeping an eye to make sure no one tries to murder or kidnap Zoe.
Okay. Yeah, let's get a little bit more specific on that. Do you know what facility you want Charlie to do sneaky sneak on?
Then we're looking for
brothel,
the
right?
brothel, right? Yeah.
The
Okay.
brothel and possibly the, I guess the whatever
The landlord.
the landlord's manor or estate.
Yeah, I guess we need to decide. Do we want to try to just take this guy all together? The one thought I had with that is if we do that, do we care about the town? And if so, do you concerned about the power vacuum?
Yeah. That's why I want to make it a possible arrangement with Lily John so we can establish them as the new.
You want to make a deal with somebody who forces women to work in a brothel?
No, Lily John specifically has not done that.
That's Joseph that did that.
That is correct.
Okay.
And Yoon mentioned that that Lily John seems like is like an okay sort.
Yeah.
So it is a little weird if he's trapped down here with I don't know, that he has a frigate, and I don't know. People that want to hang on a planet like this, they want to be the big fish in the little pond,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're tech barbarians. They want to be the guy with the laser pistol in a room full of guys with swords.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. Still, again, it might not even be his. It might just be a trading partner or something. But we'll see. We'll be able to scan for that once Raz is in orbit. Shall we?
Yeah. Did we ever figure out how many tons of stuff we can load into the Marauder?
It is 2 tons, I think, actually.
It is 2 tons, yes.
Okay.
And I've put the leaping ferret in front of you, along with the cargo that is currently loaded in it.
I don't think this is the place where we want to sell our advanced microchips, even though military is pretty strong here.
I might need to change that. In players' journals. Oh. Didn't include myself as people that can edit it.
Well, we'll be taking the Raz into orbit. You can go down in the cargo lighter if you want to bring more of your crap down.
Well, yeah, but we gotta have an initial offering. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So maybe 2 tons of the Sun products, because that's like medical 5, and it's got a reasonable.
Yeah, I'd say that.
Okay. I assume that this is just like stem cells and stuff. A
Makes sense to me.
gross medical slurry.
For the Sun products, I don't remember what my inspiration for that was.
A collection of medically useful byproducts recaptured from medical procedures and manufacturing of other medical products.
Yeah, I basically just think of that as like, when you use a horse for, probably a horse isn't the best idea. A cow for meat. You can also get glue from its hooves.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking is, they had to take apart a pig to get its pancreas. And so, what are you gonna do with a pig heart?
Right.
Yeah. You put it in this medically useful slurry.
Well, I think it's more like a grab bag than a slurry.
No, it's definitely a slurry. I said slurry enough that it's definitely a slurry now.
I do like the idea of it being a slurry, but that's. I mean, combining a bunch of things into a slurry is very sci-fi, right?
Well, come on, don't you like the idea of a organ loot box?
No, I much prefer like you build it with a 3D printer out of this medical slurry.
I mean, slurry
Yeah,
is
but I
kind
don't
of
think this
really
planet's gonna be able.
regular
See, I don't
3D
think this planet's gonna be able to use that.
No, one of these guys is gonna have an organ printer.
So the way I see it is, it's byproducts of various things that can be used for lesser things. Like when you're making penicillin, you I shouldn't use a real drug. When you're making pilinoxylin,
Yeah.
you extract out certain proteins because you don't want those in the final product, but those proteins can be used in making a painkiller drug or a different painkiller drug, or maybe an acne medicine.
Right. So it's medical salvage.
Yeah, that's probably a better word for it. Medical salvage.
Is it bulk medical salvage? Because then I get a bonus selling it.
It's still an outship.
Damn.
Nice try on the wordplay, though.
I almost had it.
But yeah, let's go ahead and get headed over there.
Okay. From that 5 tons of advanced weapons, just like before, when you got the other weapons, I will let you take out one of those tons and basically equip your armory with it. So that
Right.
you've got all the TL4 ranged and melee weapons as well.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that because that's going to end up.
We do need to, stock that armory.
So, all right, I've got it fixed. So it's now 4. And ship fittings, would that be in?
Yeah. fittings.
Yeah, I don't think I've given you guys access to edit that.
Yeah.
I'll edit that real quick.
So that's just weapons, right? Not armor.
That's just weapons, yeah.
That's probably for the best you didn't really give us permission because I would edit it to say some interesting things.
Yes, I am fully aware.
Still has the atmospheric configuration disabled. Jeez.
Yeah, you didn't fix that.
Alright, I can do that.
Maybe not on the ship it's fixed, but not on that sheet.
Right.
Whole problem with putting it more in one place.
Think we've got emergency drill activation, engine optimization, both broken, I guess, still.
And the spike drive still not full.
Yeah. Zoe, step up the fucking game.
Look, find me some more fucking weird ass magical shit.
Like, magic doesn't exist, Zoe. We only need stuff so we can jump into infraspace and immediately hop around the galaxy.
That sounds
Or
like
sector, rather.
Sure, yeah.
Alright, what is your guys' next action? Are you setting off for Kamiega?
Yep, and we're leaving this band here to keep doing their thing.
Okay.
Wait, we're
unless
not taking any of our brand new fighting
Yeah,
types
actually,
to this fight that we're going to?
I just rethought that. Why don't we leave some of the normal crew here to keep doing their work with our piloty friend?
I think we should leave the guy whose brother or whose sister is.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That doesn't seem like a great idea.
We'll leave them that
Seems like-
live. Yeah, it does seem like a bad idea. We'll leave them here. We'll leave our band of Russians here, and we'll leave the pilot here, and then they can just keep working while we deal with the rest of this.
Okay, so on Fade, we've got the Russians, Kimdo. And who else?
Yun, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is the moment where the Russians betray us.
To do what?
I don't know.
Probably just fuck some more.
Yeah, honestly.
Elena and Ivan are going to get in the fight again because you guys put them together again, and then there's going to be
It'll be very steamy, yeah.
Somewhere in the ferret that you don't want to go.
Yeah.
All right.
One day we're gonna have to deal with the aftermath of all of this stuff.
Nah, we won't.
Is there no galactic maternity leave?
Yeah. We'll talk about that. Watch Jai just say, "All right, well, we didn't agree to have an extra crew member, so bye."
No.
Crew member?
No, are you kidding? No, Jai's gonna be like, perfect time to test my newest strategies.
See? Zoe gets it.
You didn't sign up to have an extra crew member, but test subject. Well, yeah, that's something different.
Oh, you didn't read page 38 in the very tiniest text possible at the bottom? All right. You guys finished loading up the Raza with your new weapons. Finish patching up the armory with them. Making sure that they're all secured at the same time as easily pulled from the armory in case of threat. And just lift up off the planet. Are you taking the Marauder with you, or are you leaving it here?
I would assume we'd want the Marauder with us. Right?
Yeah, we're taking the Marauder with us.
Okay.
Because, we may want its weapons to blow a hole in the walls of the facility, depending on what we come across.
Without leaving a giant crater.
Yes.
Yes, without creating the whole place.
Yeah. I after that scathing rebuke last session, I did come up with some much more lenient guidelines for myself on that. They're not player facing; they're just for me as a GM. But I will of course give them to you in detail in time you guys decide you want to fire ship weapons in atmosphere, or just on a planet. It doesn't even have to be in atmosphere. But as just a general thing to keep in the back of your mind, ship weapons will have a kill zone with a diameter equal to the maximum damage of the weapon in meters. So a multifocal laser will have a 2-meter radius or 4-meter diameter kill zone. The largest ship weapon that's only available on capital ships, if it happened to be in atmosphere somehow, would be a 100-meter diameter kill zone. Not necessarily crater, but kill zone. And then a collateral damage zone of that range again. So, much more reasonable, I think. While still having some consistency between weapons. That was my main thing, was I wanted the different weapons, I wanted there to be some consistency, so it isn't just me saying one time, oh, your multifocal laser is going to kill everything within 25 meters, and then the next time say, yeah, sure, you can pierce a tiny little hole through this bunker. I like consistency. And not silence.
It's good, Dex.
Okay,
I think.
thank you. Somebody say something.
How many tanks can we fit on the top of the Raza?
I don't know.
Now, when you say tanks, do you mean like
Grav tanks.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought you meant.
Honestly, I don't know why people are so stuck to that. It would probably be cheaper and easier just to say to the GM, what can I do to just fit some heavy weapons on the outside of the hole?
Because you can't just fly. You can't fly down and then have them hover off and go shoot at 4 different targets.
Oh, you
Actually-
actually want to grab tanks to get off the ship. I understand. That makes a lot more
Yeah.
sense.
Why don't we just keep a bunch of grav tanks in the cargo bay, land, and then load, and then have them drive out of it like we're the fucking Trade Federation?
If that's what you guys want to do, there are places you could probably get grav tanks.
We can make an
Yeah.
army of droids too.
I think there's an easier thing right now because Dex actually brought up something. Zoe, can you get a couple of those heavy lasers mounted to the Raza?
Yeah, no problem.
Because it seems like it'd be a good idea to have something, there that we can use in atmosphere without blowing a giant hole in things, and B, is another weapon.
I will say that would be a project. You can use the Marauder as a study guide because the Marauder does have heavy weapons that don't get destroyed in metaspace. Actually, it doesn't go into metaspace, but that survive the rigors of space as well as atmosphere.
Yeah.
I mean, it can. It has a spike drive on it, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Okay. I couldn't remember whether I gave it. That's right. I said that last session.
You gave
Yeah,
it
I did.
you gave it to down. It has a downgraded spike drive, which I guess one thing we can look at some point is upgrading that spike drive to something more modern.
Yeah, the
But
modern.
I always assumed there was like a bubble around the ship, and as long as we kept the weapons inside that bubble.
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're right. The metaspace really isn't all that different from space as far as that goes, because the spike drive is literally creating an area of three-dimensional space in a multi-dimensional space, 4, 5, or 6
Marauder.
dimensions.
Sure.
Do we not have the character sheet for the Marauder?
I never made one. I was able to make the Leaping Ferret real quick because I have a default free merchant.
Yeah, I would say it looks very familiar.
Yeah, I had to make default templates for all of them because the upgraded spike drives that are built on the Nox actually don't cost any extra mass or power to have a spike drive too. And that's why your Marauder is a lesser version of it. It's an older version. It didn't have that tech, so that spike drive 2 there actually is costing extra mass and power.
Yeah.
I remember that. I guess I saw the stats in the recap. Then I'm trying to remember where they are.
They're
really
in the Discord.
Surprised the Raza doesn't have any like anti-missile lasers on it.
Point defense.
Yeah. Are missiles not really a thing in this setting? I can't remember.
Torpedoes are
Yeah, so
kind
it
of
should
like
have
missiles.
it should have anti-torpedo defenses.
Yeah.
Or at least
There is a
anti-small
ship defense called point defense lasers that is specifically extra armor, I think, or extra AC, I think, against weapons that have an ammo count.
Mm.
Things like the mass cannons and the torpedoes.
Interesting. Don't sandcasters have an ammo count?
I don't remember.
Huh.
I don't think so.
Ship weapons with ammo are fractal impact charges, torpedo launcher, mag spike array, nuclear missiles,
I don't remember mag spike array is interesting.
mass cannon. Yeah. So it protects against those limited weapons, but also there is at least one weapon in each tiering that is ammo. And max spike arrays are pretty dang good weapons. Okay, I think we went off on a bit there.
There's a lot of weapons that space like, oh yeah, this just destroys spider clash craft.
Yeah, Flak and Cloud are both like fighter crafts are the ships. They're, the system was really designed to shit on small ships.
Well, when they're fighting a big ship, at least.
I suppose, but I mean, even a sand thrower will absolutely obliterate a shuttle.
Well, to be fair, shuttles just, they should just realize that they're screwed no matter what.
They should, but then you've got the flak emitter battery, which is a frigate, an upship, which will more often wreck a fighter because it has the armor piercing and it has flak.
Yeah.
Anyways, yes,
Either way,
there are weapons that are designed to destroy fighters.
Yeah.
There's a lot of weapons designed to destroy fighters.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and get moving over there with Ruz and Marauder.
Yeah, I
Anyway.
apologize for that bit of a lengthy tangent that I started this time.
Yeah, geez, get it together.
I know, right? Change the music to Metaspace music. Actually, not Metaspace music, not sector map music.
Just to clarify one thing, how much of a project would it be to do the lasers on the Raza?
Because you have the Marauder, the project is more to basically research the ship mod that is ship mod or fitting. I can't remember how I did it. That is allowing the Marauder to have that unique feature.
Okay.
And the difficulty of that, it's going to be an easy project. It is not going to take Zoe very long. I think I would put it at 15.
Okay.
You give me something to do now that I've got all the guns pretending they're on.
Did you complete that?
I thought so.
Not yet.
All right. Once you complete that, then you can work on that.
Nope, you're at 13 out of...
I thought it was 13 out of 12. I was like, oh, great, I went over.
No, I think it's the author that has a 12. You have a 20-point project.
Yeah. Your Phantom Weapons is a 20 point.
Oh, I misread it. I thought it was saying I was at 12 out of 13.
Oh, no, that's
got
the progression. And I actually accidentally gave Jai extra progress because I forgot that you guys had Brig in the salvage team instead of helping the project.
It's fine.
Yep, I'll just penalize you later.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go sell some slurry.
Yep.
Okay. You guys have, let's see, Drive 3, 48 hours. You've got 16 hours that you can spend working on things. I would let you guys get a day in on your various projects if that's what you want to spend your time doing.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, sounds like a good time.
Yeah. Whatever time I have free from doing the plan,
Okay.
I'll go to my project.
Actually, I do have something. Oh wait, no, never mind. Actually, what I want to do is work on that puzzle box I found. If that would that take up my time?
It would.
All right, I'm going to work on that then.
Okay. I would say that Android is working on her project, but it doesn't actually contribute anything. Well, I gave Nick the 1 point kind of pity project bonus. I'll let him have that. Nemesis, Android, and Zoe are actively working on the projects for 1 day, as well as is Lisa. I mean, she's always working on the project for actively. The puzzle box, let me open up a new document for that. Yes.
Is this going to involve me actually having to solve a puzzle?
No.
Okay.
It's gonna mail you a Rubik's Cube in the mail.
But all the colors will have been rearranged.
Oh God.
So that it can't be solved.
And it's at least a 5x5x5.
Oh God.
I was thinking a 13 by 13.
I was thinking of making it 4-dimensional.
Now, I'm not talking.
God.
You only have access to one move a day.
Great.
Okay, you're actually going to that puzzle box over here. And when you say the puzzle box, let me just clarify that you're talking about the small cube, 4 centimeters on a side, with no clear hinges or openings.
No, I was talking about the fucking children's game that I found in this tiny box. Yes, I'm talking about the cube.
Okay.
Wow. Jeez.
Yeah.
So aggressive.
I've got to keep Dex in line somehow.
It's true. GMs need a good whipping every once in a while, and Lulu is the only one that gives it to me. Give it to me hard.
Yeah. Great. Now
It's a
I'm
strange
uncomfortable.
conversation to go down.
Sorry about that. I was planning on using the projects for this also, but that feels a little bit initially punishing when you've got so many other things that you want to be doing. Why don't you give me an initial check to see if Jai just clicks and solves it?
Intelligence.
Yeah, this is going to be straight to attribute intelligence check.
Okay.
Do you want to know the difficulty before you roll?
Sure.
This is only a 6.
Fun.
This is gonna be the one he fails.
All right, I can't roll straight attribute rolls.
No, you can't.
What?
Oh. Okay. Inside this box, you see a folded picture of the person who was listed on the various wanted posters as Calvin Rick. And it has the name Griffin Cage written on the box to give you a little bit more context, because this was a long time ago. When you guys all first came out of stasis and started discovering the world around you, as well as your own criminal records, Calvin Rick was listed as a crew of the Raza. And that's the picture on that wanted poster is matching the picture that you're seeing here. That's how you know that that's Calvin Rick. But the name Griffin Cage is written on the back.
And there's no indication of who that is.
Well, you've heard news reports since then that actually referred to Calvin Rick. Or sorry, Griffin Cage.
Griffin Cage.
Yeah.
Griffin Cage.
Oh wait, were they the spy they sent in that got caught afterwards and then doesn't remember shit, but they believe betrayed them?
Yeah,
Is
let's
that right?
throw these both up on your screen.
Okay. I'm gonna write that down somewhere. So the puzzle box was a picture of Calvin Rick?
Yes. It's also a picture of Griffin Cage, which is apparently his real name. He was a crew member, apparently, and is a undercover agent of the Galactic Mandate who does not remember anything. And on the second one, the deep undercover agent forgets his crimes. The rollover of a smiling green-haired girl is also somebody who is listed as being crew on your ship.
I'm sorry. What's this about a green hair girl?
For the handout, deep undercover agent forgets his crimes.
Oh.
The report said that he had made a friend, and it shows a picture of a smiling green-haired girl. And participated in the worst single terror act the sector has seen, which was blowing up a station before joining the Raza. And then he was supposed to arrest the Raza, but apparently rejoined them. Charity Station, that's the one he bombed. Anyways, got off track there. The green-haired girl that he apparently made friends with was also a member of your crew.
I see. Interesting. Okay, that's good to know.
Give me a... I'm going to let you use your education for this. Go ahead and give me a no check.
Okay. $14's good, right?
14's pretty dang good. Are there any ones in there you'd like to reroll? Just to... No? Okay.
No.
In some little levels of criminology, whatever little bits Jai was interested in taking or forced to take, the only reason to have a picture of yourself with your actual real name written on the back of it anywhere on your possession when you're in an undercover assignment is there is no fucking reason. Why ever he did this or somebody did this and gave it to him, it was a great risk to his apparent job of infiltrating the Raza and arresting them.
So the most likely conclusion is that he was indeed a legitimate traitor.
That's one conclusion. Another conclusion might be that he had some forewarning. He was going to lose some memory.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that could be it too.
And I apologize, it's kind of a GM force, but I'm using Jai's advanced learning and analytical skills, not necessarily analytical skills, but just as advanced education to kind of give you that idea if you want him to have it.
Okay, yeah, I think that's a reasonable idea for Jai to have.
I would give it to Zoe just because Zoe's a conspiracy theorist.
No, I am following perfectly logical threads of development. Just because I call it a conspiracy room doesn't mean that it's full of conspiracy.
I mean, it kind of is.
Well, hold on. Just because conspiracy doesn't mean it's not true.
That is true, ironically.
People always dismiss conspiracies like, oh, that's not true. No, a conspiracy can very much be true. Conspiracy theories, however, tend to be off the wall a lot of times.
Mm-hmm. Does Jai do anything with the other items in the quarters? I'm trying to think of 012.
I think there was a rod, which I'm assuming is just a personal item. Quote. All right, not really. That's probably something actually important. But yeah, the gene-locked one, or could I roll something to know what the rod actually is?
Yeah.
Just no, probably.
I think no is the only skill that would cover that. Go ahead. I was going to change my mind and say no. Let's roll notice instead. But Jai has
It'd be
seen
kind of rude.
Jai has seen these before as well. The memory, not necessarily the memory, but the reflexive memory, the trained memory occurs to him that this is the kind of advanced puzzle tool you would give one of those advanced kids. This is another puzzle box.
Except it's a stick.
Except it's a stick.
Always another puzzle box stick.
Of course. All right.
It's a cryptex.
Great. In that case, all right, we've got the. I'll take a look at that in the moment. The gene lock was locked to, or it's most likely locked to 180, right? That was found in 180's old room.
It was found in 180's old room.
All right, I'm going to go check my medical records, get their DNA sequence out of that, and synthesize it so I can access that.
There's actually no genetic data collected for this for 180.
Fuck. All right. In that case, I'm going to hand it to Nemesis and say, "Hey, Nemesis, you have a fucking job."
Oh boy. Why am I not excited?
Because if you accidentally erase any information on this, I will space you.
I should have invested in that Void Hawk sooner.
If you on purpose erase anything in it.
If you erase anything on purpose in it, not only will I space you, I will space you
Twice.
No,
Yes.
he won't space you. He'll tab you.
Oh God. No.
Which is always worse than a space.
Yeah. All right. Sure. Yeah. Whatever.
Tabs ruin
only-
formatting.
Wait, no, I've got it. Not only will I space you, I'll force you to watch as I erase all of your Delta Rain data first.
Damn, I've already had to reset once.
Did I suggest you be very careful?
Yeah. I suggest you be very careful. Zoe's right.
All right, Nemesis. Or Meowkin, is Nemesis gonna try this also? I've decided against making it a project because it feels too punishing.
Okay, yeah, I guess.
It is,
Probably
however.
I would say for the first day, I'd probably be half-hearted though.
Okay. Okay. It does. It does eat into the character's time, and the other reason I'm not making it a project is these are things, especially this one, because it's really really hard. That are the kinds of things that you pick up every now and then, fiddle with it for a bit, and then let it sit. So it's not taking up an entire 8 hours of work.
Mm-hmm.
That would just get frustrating. It might take up a half hour here and an hour there. But let's go ahead and get your first roll on this.
Is it a straight intelligence still?
It is just straight intelligence, correct. It is only difficulty 6.
Oh.
No, Jai's gonna wait for it.
You can re-roll that,
I could re-roll that. You're right.
You can't. It's not a skill check.
Yep, you're right.
Oh, I guess that's fair too.
Look, you're taking.
Even if
Yeah.
I could re-roll it, though, I wouldn't have re-rolled it.
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go.
Fair enough.
Jeez.
All right.
And today
Nemesis takes the rod from you and then just smashes it on the floor.
Oh
No, I'm not. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. I'm not
Don't-
that much of a child.
Uh,
You're working with the gene pad or the data pad anyway, aren't you?
Oh, I thought you were having her work on the rod.
No, I gave her the data pad.
Oh, I
Oh,
completely
I
misheard all of that.
thought too.
The data
Yeah, I think you gave
slabs.
her the rod.
Yeah.
I thought it was a little weird you handed out the puzzle to me. It's like, okay, I thought you were better at puzzles.
No,
but okay.
I was giving you the data pad. I'm going to do the rod.
Oh, okay, that's just hacking.
Yeah.
That does make more sense.
God. Why would I give look, the rod is a puzzle for advanced children.
So this is just a program hack.
Yeah, this is just hacking. Okay, let me get to that hacking page.
This one I will re-roll because obviously my reputation's on the line.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you're probably gonna want to re-roll that.
Okay. Oh my god. 4, 2, and 1. 4, 2, and 1.
Oh man. Oh wow.
Not impressed.
Well, the system does detect your intrusion. You must immediately make a second roll at the same difficulty. Don't make that yet. On a success, they avoid an immediate alarm and a trace of their hacking location. I'm not sure how concerned Nemesis is about that. If you want, Nemesis has sufficient skill. You're hacker 2 or 3. Hacker
What do
2.
you mean? Hacker 2, like focus.
Oh, what's your skill level though?
My program is +2. Okay, I can't do +3 until after this session.
Right.
That's it.
I'll go ahead and kind of give you the benefit of that now, just so that it's done here. If you want to forego working on your project to work on this, Nemesis can brute force this. She can get through it.
Okay, a hacking challenge is in place before me. I will forego my project.
Yeah, she tries to just hack it using some known exploits that she knows about gen-locked data slabs, but she finds that this slab has been modified by someone who is equally, if not better skilled at hacking than she is.
This is an affront.
Alright, I'll erase that day of progress for Nemesis.
I'll never get my manipulator arms at this rate.
When she does get the data slab unlocked, she finds that it contains only a single file named readme.txt in a folder named tube. Tube. That file is a video of the 1980 Broadway musical Cats.
Wow, this is like probably some like deep code stuff.
Does she watch the whole thing, or at least fast forward through it?
Yeah, we're probably skipping bits in here.
Now,
Okay.
this is legendary old Terra history right here. It's fascinating.
The file is actually in really good condition. It's a really good quality file, which draws Nemesis' attention to sections of static. Just a small section of static. It seems to begin where the music was going to start up. She's able to kind of pinpoint, hey, they're going to start a song now, and oh, they just finished singing a song. The static seems to be completely blocking out a particular song.
I wonder if Jai's memory here changing up that song.
if the static is actually code.
Run it through a sound processor.
I mean, I'm guessing that there is something like so. You were saying at the start of each song there's static, when there's one song that is all staticked out.
No, the start of each song is normal. The static is only on one song.
Okay, but you can't hear that song at all, right?
You can't hear that song at all.
There are 22 songs in Cats the Musical.
Well, I guess here's the question: is what sort of information is available about Cats the Musical at this time of in time?
On your ship, there's a single file named readme.txt in a folder called named tube.
Wait, also on the ship?
Well, if you're doing any
Or
analysis
it's
of it,
data
it
flat?
is.
Oh,
I'm saying that the
you're
only
saying this is all we know about Cats the Musical?
yes.
Okay.
Do we have to roll for psychic damage or anything like that?
Only if Nemesis plays it over the loudspeakers.
Oh, okay.
And it's the actual
Cool.
Broadway musical, not the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
all right.
mean, that's still bad.
Yeah, I mean that's
You
not
do
great.
realize that's still bad.
I've never watched it.
Well, I don't know. I've always felt weird about it. I've always been a cat person, but that's always seemed very weird to me. So I
It's-
haven't actually watched it.
It's something. I would describe it as something.
Anyways, I will assume that Nemesis found at least one of the songs that she liked, and we'll play that one over the speakers just once.
Okay.
Just for
Song.
the. Then I guess I'll note that there's a song that's you can't hear at all, and yeah,
Okay.
I'm going to assume there's some sort of significance to that missing song, like the contents of that are some clue, and we need to figure out what song is missing.
Well, there
That's my
is
assumption.
there is a list of what songs were played in the credits. So if Nemesis really wants to go at this, she could
what's
watch
the name of the song missing?
she could watch it properly and try to, place, okay, this song they're talking about cats on a roof, so this song must
I'll
be
just start.
But really, they're talking about death and also being really horny.
Well, really
That's
the only
what
thing that
Cats is
she's
about.
trying to
I
do
mean-
is match the song as it's sung to what its title is in the credits.
I will watch it in its entirety while taking notes.
Okay.
God.
Yikes.
The
I'll do like a probably like a simple program to help me keep it all organized, but
Sure. The song that is staticked out is the song named Memory.
Called it.
God.
Oh god.
I
Fun.
literally looked at the track list and I was like, it's gonna be Memory.
feels like
All right.
that just
Yeah.
was like the sick joke at Jai's expense.
Yeah, I think Jai is. If you tell Jai this, his finger's going to be on the fucking on your fucking eject button.
I'll just email it to you. And
All right.
I'll email it to you the same way Android emails you stuff.
Yeah, just title it, put error report in the subject, and he'll ignore it completely.
Error report, missing memory.
Oh God.
No,
All right,
I'll tell you. Right, it's like Jai, you're not gonna believe this. The missing song is called Memory.
Okay, can you unstatic or get the song not missing?
I guess that's the question, Dexter. I would assume no. If the data's not there, the data's not there. But unless there's some sort of fancy algorithm I can use to destatic it.
No, Nemesis' analysis of it is that the static, whoever did this didn't just change the video to static using some kind of algorithm. They removed that song and replaced it with random static.
Okay, yeah. So the data's not there at all.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. My initial assumption is that this person isn't telling us anything. It's just that they're an asshole.
A little funny though, right?
The most worrying thing here is that the video is a text file.
I mean, that's just the name. You could do that, and then you have the text.
Are you sure? Are you sure it's not an actual text file? Dex, is it an actual text file?
Yeah, it's a question for Dex.
It's not an actual text file.
Okay.
Yeah, review
That's
that text is just like that's just like a programming joke right there.
That would have been very worrying if it was.
I thought that was funny, but I realized you wouldn't appreciate that one.
All right.
I thought you would appreciate the memory part though. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's very funny. Are you sure it's not you that did this? Because if so, I hear it's very nice and
No. I did not do this. I'll like last edit. I'll try to find like the metadata for like last edited or something like that. It's not gonna be anything to Jai, I imagine, but
yeah. All right, and there's no other information buried deeper in the system, like
actually
this was erased when.
That isn't it. Actually, I could say, is there a timestamp on the file?
There is. Give me 1 second.
I guess metadata around the file would be useful. But I think that timestamp is really like when that file was last edited, essentially.
Looks like it was that the file was created and modified at the exact same time. This is basically the last time that there is no modification. I don't know if
it was just put. Yeah, no, it would be basically when it's put on the machine. Essentially, they've never actually made any changes to it. So that would be created and modified.
Okay, yeah, created and modified on 3250-0306.
0306.
Which would have been right before we went under, I think.
Yep, exactly 1 day before you went into stasis.
Yep. Right. Okay.
I guess we'll keep an eye out for how to figure out what the lyrics of that song were, just in case. But
I know what the lyrics of the song are. Unfortunately, I'm not sure how I know, but I believe I was exposed to old Terran culture several times over the course of my education.
Little does everyone know, Jai actually has full ranks in Perform.
Yes, I was actually a musical theater kid.
Unique gift, Maestro.
Hold on. Let me see if I can bust out this song.
Oh boy.
I don't actually have full ranks in Perform.
No, you don't say.
Perform even a skill in this game?
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. I just rolled it. I got an 8.
Is Jai actually singing?
Well, here's my question: does Jai actually know the words?
I have the eclectic memory thing. Do I need to roll for that?
I'm not even going to ask you to roll for it. If you want Jai to know this song, Jai knows this song.
All right, he knows fucking memory.
and then I suppose the question is there anything significant in the lyrics?
All right, let's because I don't remember this song because I've never managed to watch Cats all the way through because I value my sanity.
Oh, there we go.
Protest so much.
Aren't you going to sing it for us, Lula?
No, I don't remember the fucking song. I don't remember the. I don't remember the.
We'll come back to it next week.
Yeah. Besides, that could be a copyright.
I
depends
guess
on how well he sings it.
Yeah.
Is Weber going to come after us?
I don't know.
If I sing their terrible cat music,
they might come after us for you saying it's terrible.
Is he even alive?
I have no idea.
I don't know if anything's relevant in there. I'm going to go work on this poll.
We might be scaring off viewers.
Okay, hang on, hold on. Someone mutters and a street lamp smutters? You can't just make up fucking words to make things rhyme.
It's cats, Zoe.
Ugh.
It doesn't matter.
Sputters.
Also, smutter is actually a word.
Oh no!
Yeah. It's
Oh
an
my
operator
God.
of machinery for cleaning smut and other impurities from grain.
That
my
still
God.
has nothing to do with lamps.
All it has to do is be a real word.
Look, the point is it's cats and nothing has to make sense.
Well, yeah, because the street lamps are beating. Like what? It's a pretty shitty lamp if it's beating.
They out here smuttering.
Oh my God.
All right. I'm not going to dwell any further on cats because
red
I don't
herring.
want to. I'm going to take a look at this this other puzzle pull,
Just
and
like
then we can
the
move
tube.
on.
But
Yeah.
there was a but there was a perfectly good rhyme in Sputters.
Oh my God.
Yeah, here, I gave you the lyrics. Go ponder it. I'm not dwelling on it any further.
Hate everything.
I'm sorry.
But sorry, where was the source of this data pad?
Oh, I found it in a place. It was in one of the rooms I hadn't bothered checking, but had to
okay.
when I had to move.
So, find a room for Tina.
Does
Yeah.
Jai
Or not Tina, Libra.
has Jai forgotten which room it is, or is Lulu not remembering which room it is?
I think I want to say it was in 180.
Yeah,
I wasn't remembering.
it's in 180, which is the girl, the green-haired girl.
Right.
Sounds like a like a new wave country song. Me and my green-haired girl.
Oh boy.
Doesn't it
Yeah,
though?
it's a new wave country song in the Fire Emblem
kinda, yeah.
universe.
His
Yeah.
significant other was a fern the whole time.
And she done stole my spear and
Yeah,
mercenary.
there are a bunch of puzzles in there if you want to deal with those. I'm pretty sure she was some sort of programmer.
Do you guys want to take your break? We're almost at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, might as well.
Sure.
And then we'll pick back up with you guys arriving in orbit around Camiego.
Do you want me to give the puzzle a roll quick, or?
No, you'll have to give that another day.
Okay.
Well, you know what? I'll take that back. It took Jai almost no time to open the other puzzle box. I won't say that took him a day of tinkering. Yes, you can go ahead and make a roll on this puzzle box or tube before
Puzzle tube.
before we take that break.
The puzzle tube.
The puzzle tube. Are we in a tube episode?
Well, we haven't been out of the Raza yet, so maybe.
All right. Jai is fiddling around with it. He finds where parts of it will move if pressure is placed at the right angle and pulled, and it's a very complex set of very precisely tuned interlocking mechanisms.
Do I get a +1 for probably having done this exact puzzle in the past?
He does not.
Okay.
He does, however, make progress, but in his estimation, he is probably nowhere near done.
It's fine. I'm going to put this on the side. Can this just be a side thing I do in my free time while still working on a project?
Yes, that's actually how it was intended to be.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I decided not to do it as a project. In the previous run of this campaign, I basically just had the players that were trying to open these make a check every week.
That makes sense.
As the ongoing fiddling with every now and then.
Makes sense.
All right, let's go ahead and come back at 1:10.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Work out.
You are spending time working on cats, memory, puzzle tubes, and a couple of projects. Actually, I think Zoe, amongst the bridge crew, is the only PC, or active PC, that was able to work on her project for this entire period, this entire
It's
day.
fine. I've got my
Thanks,
crew
Jai.
working on my project,
Yes, you do.
Thanks, Jai.
and I also don't care about Nemesis's project.
Thanks, Jai.
You're welcome.
I'm not actually sure how much I'm gonna be able to work on my project without actually being at my project. So, should I work on somebody else's project? That's a question for the GM.
How do you mean?
You should have been at your project for that day.
Yeah, you get credit.
Oh wait, that's right. We're taking the Raza. For some reason, I thought we were on the Marauder.
I mean, the Marauder. You're going to take the Marauder down, I assume, unless you want to take the cargo lighter. But we're flying over in the Raza.
Right.
Yeah, I got
Yeah, this was downtime during the transition, during the flight on the Raza. You're now entering the Kamiego region, and you do see a few ships in orbit, less than a dozen, as far as you can see, all the way around the planet. Most of the pirate activity is, of course, around the gas giants, where they can real quickly and easily dip and hide if Galactic Mandate come trying to look for them. Nobody from the planet hails you as you slip into orbit. None of the other ships attempt to communicate with you.
Can you tell us any details about the other ships around here?
Yeah, there is a smattering of free merchants.
Are they smuttering?
Smattering, not smuttering. They're not swearing at you under their breath.
Even if the GM is.
Memory, all alone in the moonlight. I'm not even going to try to sing this well.
Oh god.
This is so fucking stupid.
There are a pair of corvettes in orbit, but the rest are free merchants and I think, yes, heavy frigates.
Okay.
None of them stand out as being unusual to you in any way, at least based on their names, which is the only information that you get without entering combat range.
Yeah, one of them doesn't happen to be called Johnny's Brothel.
No, none of them are called Johnny's Brothel.
Oh, okay.
Or Joseph's Brothel.
That would make things easier.
Although that would be a brilliant branding move, using his name, Brothel on the Wing.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I can. Yeah. It's like a food truck, but for hookers.
Look, sometimes you don't want to go down to the planet for your.
We serve chicken, thigh, and breast.
Gross.
Is it a Hooters? Fuck. All right. Actually, I just remembered. Lisa's project should have finished in that day. Right?
Let's see, where's she at?
She was at 9. Before that day.
Oh yeah, and she does make because of the advanced lab, she does make 3 progress, so that she needs 15 though.
Oh, I thought it was 12. Never mind then.
Yeah, she needs 1 more day.
Okay.
Do you have a different new project for her, or are you just having her go straight to the other one?
I do.
Okay.
I'll type that up while Zoe's heading down to the planet.
Sounds good. Who all is actually going down to the planet on the Marauder?
Do we have a place to go down to the planet, or are we just generally going down to some?
No. Yun Yung was able to tell you where Dry Sun is.
Gotcha.
He gave you coordinates for the city in which Joseph Wing is the landlord. He also
Gotcha.
told you which building is Lily John's.
Gotcha. Okay.
In addition, he'll have given you some general pointers. Don't try flying, directly over the city. That tends to spook people. Land a bit outside. Kind of like if you were driving around in a tank, you wouldn't, drive your tank straight from the desert into the city. Park it outside a little bit.
Sure.
Perfect analogy. So we've got the Marauder going down. Zoe obviously needs to go down with it.
And I got 2 tons of slurry
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
in 7 12-gallon drums. I don't know.
Yeah. Who else is going?
I believe it was
Charlie to
Jack
come down.
and Charlie, if Charlie wants to.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna move myself back over to that screen and scroll up a bit where you've got your plan.
Does the landlord for this area have? You said that some of these buildings have, some of these towns have walls for the landlord.
Okay.
Is
Yes.
that the case in
Are the
this
walls
town?
around the town or around the single building?
Yeah, that. Or around both. We don't know.
Hang on. Oops. What just happened there? Okay. Yeah, let me scroll to that real quick. Diego, Dry Sun. You do not see any, as you're approaching, you do not see any walls around the town or what looks like the landlord's building. It is a complete waste of resources on this apparently resource dry land in that it's a multi-story building. It would be a house. It would be called a house in modern U.S., but here, compared to the other small, tiny homes, it is a mansion.
Okay.
There are, however, 3, approximately from what you can see this far away, 10 meters tall towers, also made of wood, and your Marauder's sensors are picking up that those have heavy electronics on top of them.
Okay.
A little bit more investigation, and as you come closer to them, you can identify that there are 2 heavy machine guns and a Hydra array mounted on those towers. 1 on each, not 3 on each.
And I haven't actually looked at the rules for weapons recently. Hydra Ray is what it sounds like. It's a missile launcher that shoots lots of small missiles.
That's
It
what's on
is.
the Marauder.
Yep, cool. So we can go all Macross, Massacre, Missile, Massacre, whatever.
Yes, you
The
can.
question of
Sick.
psionic ability, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And this is, I guess, a theoretical here. If I had to, I suppose, if we went loud, would I be able to, say, destroy the support for the tower?
Almost certainly.
I know that I can punch through wooden stuff, which is why I asked.
Yeah, this wouldn't even require the that level 3, I think it is, the force ram.
Oh yeah, I'm talking about with the telekinetic manipulation. I
Yeah,
believe?
that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Is you wouldn't even need telekinetic ram for this. It's something that perhaps with a couple of rounds of concentration, really it's going to depend on how much damage you do with
Yeah.
those.
It just says, what is it? Smash a human-sized hole in structures of light wooden construction or lighter as a main action.
Yeah, let me look. What does that assign a level, or is that just
That's at level 2.
That's at level
okay?
2, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Token manipulation is my cantrip ability, I guess.
It's
It's not really a cantrip. It's a core technique.
it's close enough.
Cantrip, yeah, a
I don't-
cantrip at least in 5e terms is basically free. You can spam it all you want. This does use effort.
I mean, no, it doesn't.
Not for
Wait,
what
not for
does
him.
it?
So
Oh,
Okay.
you got the
Expertise.
upgrade.
to answer
Yeah.
your question though, you wouldn't be able to use that particular feature exactly as written. Smashing a human-sized hole in structures of light wooden construction is more like in the walls of that construction, as opposed to
Okay.
the support structure, which is a little bit tougher. And this is all support structure. You'll still be able to do it. It's just going to take more than one round.
Okay. I guess the other contingency, or the other plan for that would be more of a, can I punch a human-sized hole in the floor of that structure and just cause the whole gun to fall down through the tower?
That's also probably going to be more strongly reinforced.
Okay.
Yeah, you know how much well, maybe Charlie doesn't know, but the heavy weapons require quite a lot of structural bracing, and so any floor that supports them is going to be able to withstand the force that the gun itself is producing.
Okay.
Hopefully.
All right,
And
so
Charlie has not had to push psionic ability up until that last fight, and is just looking at options for what might have to happen in this town. If I'm saying.
Okay. All right. Scroll back up to your plan. Plan's actually pretty simple there. And you read my mind there, Meowkin. Thank you for also adding the context in which Jack is working.
Yeah.
all right, so there are I'm sorry, there are 3 towers with gun emplacements.
There are 2 of them have a heavy machine gun, and 1 of them has a Hydra array.
Ooh, fancy.
Let me just add Jai's job there is doing question mark. Presumably from Miraz.
Oh, I'm scanning for other. I'm just examining other ships, or Nemesis is scanning for other ships.
Yeah. So you're just basically standing over my shoulder this entire time.
Oh no, I'm in the lab.
So, what part of this do you guys want to start with?
So set the ship down and see if anybody is home.
Okay. Well, as you set the ship down and hop out, start looking around, and you can look out from the windows too, of course. You do see people that. Let's see what time of day it is. Not to crib on you guys' conversation earlier about awkward rolls. Try rolling a d24 at a physical table.
Okay, I'll take a D12 and a coin, and if I hit heads on the coin, it will be the dice plus 12.
Your results are skewed.
They're really
Are-
not.
Actually, I
know.
think with this method they're not. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
they're not. I
mean, the obvious answer is just 2d12, but no, then that's skewed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just didn't want to be wrong. That's all.
Yeah, that actually works perfectly well. So
Dex, I'm sorry, but you literally picked the one odd dice that I know how to roll.
Fine. This world has a 24-hour cycle. Try rolling that one.
Wait.
Please don't make me wrong again.
You said a 24-hour cycle, so nothing
That's
changed
so
here.
weird.
Oh, I thought I said 25.
Nice.
No, you said 24, so I was like,
Okay, my
D12
brain
and a coin
said
flip.
25.
I mean, at that point, I'd probably just use a d30 and just disregard your results higher.
Yeah. 31-hour cycle.
No, then I'll do like a D100 and discard 2/3 of the results.
I mean, you could also just be like, fucking D30 and then a coin flip for 1.
No, that does
No.
actually skew
Zero.
the results. I
That
win.
Okay, so here's what you do:
Congratulations.
you roll a D4 and a D10, and you discard anything if it's a D4. But D1, you just take the number on the D10. D2, or if you get a 2 on the D4, then you multiply by 2. Oh my god, this is fucking...
No,
Here's my
it's
idea.
still skewed. Yeah.
Here's
I'm
my
going
idea.
to open up Blender and I'm just going to make a D31.
I don't think you
Or
can.
here's my idea. You use a computer and give up.
Never give up. Never surrender.
So
Never
it's
say die.
about 3 o'clock.
This isn't fucking Galaxy Quest.
Only because you won't let it be.
It's about 3 o'clock when you land. So you're not seeing a whole lot of traffic going in or out of the town. And you do see what appears to be the oasis off in the distance. And with the binoculars that Jack has and others may also have, you can see that there are people that are doing manual labor work there, as well as clearly armed and mostly more or less uniformed guards. There's a worn path that is leading outside of town, although it goes far enough away that you can't see where it is through the heat haze. It is quite warm here, and as you approach nearer into town, the people that you see here kind of look like they're just minding their own business. You've got people sitting on a porch, talking to each other. You've got a kid playing, kicking a ball around out in the street. This is your old Western type of town. As you approach it, there are buildings in rows on either side of this main entry point that you've randomly chosen.
Hmm.
You proceed nearer to the town. You're starting to make out. This one's a shop. Those
Oh.
two are houses. They're
I'm glad you finished that sentence.
okay.
Well, because you paused on. All right, you start to make out.
Oh.
Oh yes, I had the same thought. But...
With Zoe, Jack, Charlie, and 2 tons of slurry? No, I don't think so.
You don't know.
That could be some very romantic slurry.
It's
Maybe Slurry does it for Jack.
and it's got to have a lot of heart in it.
Oh god. Ugh. Probably got a lot of other stuff in it too.
Maybe the real story was the friends we made along the way.
Yep. No, that's true.
As you continue to approach, you do see somebody from one of those porches kind of get up and amble on over to another of the buildings. Your approach appears to be provoking some kind of action, and the folks that are kicking idly back on their porches at 3 o'clock in the afternoon are mostly watching you guys walk up at this point. And you're about 50 meters from town when a trio of men wearing the same kind of patched up uniforms that you saw at the guards at the Oasis start approaching you. They come out of the building that man walked into and come towards you. DM needs a quick pause here. Moment. while GM is refreshing memories here, do the characters, do Jack and Zoe have any conversation between them?
Yeah, didn't you hear? We were talking about the slurry.
Did I say Jack and Zoe? I meant Charlie and Zoe.
Oh,
You were talking about the slur with Charlie?
yeah.
All right, let's
Who
hear
wants
it.
to buy slurry in a desert? I
Look,
don't see the play here.
Look, everybody needs something. Sometimes you just have to convince them that they need it. Look, a good talker will talk the wheels off of a truck, but only the best can make it drive afterward.
Charlie, think out of character. Think of it this way: you're in a desert, right? You need water. You've got the slurry here.
Oh, you're awful.
See, what we need to do is sell some cheesecloth with it.
Yeah.
I was already not on board for drinking the slurry, but the sound effects made me even more not on board.
All right.
I've
Anyway,
never been more off board in my life.
I'll let you keep going then.
All right. I'm assuming that the conversation is finished there. That was the extent of it. Ew, gross.
Yeah. I think we covered.
All right. The three men with combat rifles drawn but not aimed at you, just held in both hands. One of them raises a hand and says something to you in Common Jin.
Oh, god damn it.
Now, Jack does speak Common Jin.
Hey, Jack, do you understand what they're saying?
Yeah. It's Common Jin. I'm fluent in that.
Okay.
Can you
Cool.
run translate for us, please?
Now, do you guys want to have Jack translate for you, or does one of you want to just kind of roll Jack through this?
Yes? I really want Jack to be here because he's probably one of the more people-friendly people.
Could we possibly solve the issue by saying "what" in spacer?
Well, I guess it's still a GM question. Basically, do one of you want to take over the role playing of Jack? Role and role playing.
Nah.
Or
No,
do you
he's
want
not
me
here.
to just NPC him?
Yeah, he's not here. Let's not do stuff with him while he's not here.
Okay.
He can be our translator, Torque.
Translator slash bodyguard.
Okay.
Better than a translator torque. He doesn't give us a -1.
Oh yeah, there you go.
-2 actually.
-2. Maybe he so. I mean, I feel like you still get a -1 even going through a.
-3. Take it or leave it.
The best I could do. Okay, we're at an episode of 4 stars.
Yeah,
So we'll abstract a little bit. It'll be primarily him doing the talking, but consulting with you two and consulting and translating with you two.
Gotcha.
It's like an intelligent translator torque.
Yeah. Intelligent and charismatic translator torque.
People, gosh darn it, people just like him.
They do, even Nova.
Well, I mean, he's the only one who's put any effort into making Nova like them.
What do you mean? Android hugged her
To death.
So he tells you that that basically they're just greeting them and asking what's your business here?
We're here to sell some stuff and maybe take on some supplies. Do you guys have any traders, market, anything like that?
Jack asks if they've got any kind of a trader's market here or general stores, and they list out a small handful of places that you can get general supplies. They refer you to Lily John, a junk seller. And tells you that if you end up, what's the right word, making an impression, then a landlord might even let you enjoy the benefits of his brothel he has spent years curating.
Yay.
I'm sorry. What happened? I was blanking.
We were recommended to a few different stores, and we're told if we make a good impression, we might be allowed to use their brothel.
Great.
Exactly.
They said this to the 17-year-old girl. Of course.
No, hold
They said
on.
it
You
to
turned
Jack.
18.
I am
didn't
18.
you?
She was
I am
18.
18. Yeah, that's right. I'm 18.
And they
Still
did say it to
fucking-
Jack too.
Oh yeah, I
Well,
guess I did say it to Jack. That makes
Jack's
more.
like 40.
And Charlie, yeah.
Charlie is ambiguously aged.
Ambiguous. What? I'm the second youngest person on the ship.
Are you?
Yeah,
Oh.
not counting the Horclaw.
I was like, "Hmm?"
That would be weird to count the Horclaw there.
Good clarification there, thank you.
I mean, the android might actually be the youngest,
Yeah.
depending on when they got assembled.
Could also be the
Well, we
oldest.
also have to think about Libra now.
I
And
Switch.
Okay, this has just got too complicated.
And Nova.
Charlie does not know that the android is anything other than a robot.
Now Nova's actually
So-
22. I think Nova might be older than Charlie.
Okay.
Yes.
So they tell you that they're going to need to search, and you'll have to leave any weapons on your ship, or they'll hold them for you.
Yeah. I look around and I'm like, what, the police got a real good response time? Like, come on, man. I ain't go nowhere without my trusty Charlotte, and I pat the old laser pistol.
Landlord's orders.
Well,
Nobody but his kept men in the city, in dry sun, holds a peace.
did you? Oh my God! Did you really just call yourself a kept man? Wow. All right. Maybe we need to go to a different place to sell our stuff. Like, this place is a little too weird for me. A lot of homoerotic energy going on here.
I should probably
Shame.
ask as
Okay.
a outside of the game. Does kept man mean something that I don't perhaps want it to mean?
It means you're basically
Okay. So
it
in old Westy times, that meant, the dude that backs you up. But in nowadays times, it means the guy that you keep in your.
Pause it.
it's your sugar baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I see. That's
Sugar,
more recent.
sugar baby makes a lot of sense. Thank you. I was trying to come up with a nice way of saying that, and I couldn't think of it.
Hey,
Sugar
as
baby's
long
a good
as it
term.
means what I want it to mean in old Westy times, because this is obviously cribbing from that a lot.
Yeah, but we're all from a modern planet.
Yeah. So they're gonna say that, and we're all gonna think,
Okay.
ooh.
Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah.
I'm totally cool with that. Well, are they responding? How are you responding to him saying that those are the landlord's rules?
Well, time to go back to the ship, I guess. Turn around and walk away. I've had enough of these guys.
Sorry to see you leave. It's clear that Jack is not translating exactly what they said based on the tone of what they said.
Oh, did they say it sarcastically?
No, it
Oh.
sounded more like uh, more chauvinist.
So they did say it sarcastically.
Well, they said it sexistly.
Yes.
I mean, it can be the same thing.
Yeah.
No, this one wasn't. The sorry to see you leave really was sincere.
Oh,
God.
but they love watching me walk away. I see how it is.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess they don't get to go to the brothel.
So what were the actual rules here?
We have to leave our weapons either with them or behind.
Okay.
As you guys are walking back to the Marauder, I think I think Epsilon has mentioned this before, but he'll say it now that he is still capable of being armed even if there are no weapons presented.
Mm.
And he
Ditto for
Look at Charlie, but
yeah, he looks over at Charlie.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was talking over you, Nox. What was that?
I was saying what you said.
So aside from you having to disarm, this isn't really an issue.
yeah, no, I know. I just didn't want to give them our weapons.
Yeah, and put it in the ship.
Okay.
Also, I was tired of talking to them in general.
all three of you disarm. Go ahead and whatever weapons you are not taking with you, just mark them as other on the sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Thing changes.
Oh man, I'm not sure I can store my punch.
How do I store my brain on the ship?
Your punch shouldn't actually be listed under your equipment.
No, but it's listed under weapons.
Oh, yeah, but you can't. Oh, can you change it from there? No, you have to. Yeah, you're just being a punk. It took me a second.
Me? No.
Nothing said about armor, correct?
I didn't say anything about armor.
Alright,
they
somebody put on the
didn't
two
say
suit
anything.
and we're coming back.
Unfortunately, it does have some built-in weapons.
None of you are actually wearing obvious armor, though, are you?
Yeah, I'm wearing security clothing. Or secure clothing.
I think secure clothing's not obviously armor, is it?
Yeah, I know it's not.
Oh. I mean, mine has pink frills, so whatever.
No, that's fine.
I do have to leave behind my knife. So
And Charlie, what kind of armor is he wearing?
visibly like a leather jacket. So
Yeah.
I guess it covered under
right.
secure
He's
clothing.
got telekinetic armor,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And Jack was not wearing his combat field uniform. He's got his armored undersuit on. So none of you are actually visibly armored up. So they didn't say anything about armor.
Cool.
Once you've discarded your weapons, they do a quick search. Oops, what did I just do? And why? Damn it. Alright. Let's just go ahead and roll something for these guys real quick. It's them right there. Okay. I feel a little bit bad because I had intended to do a content warning at the beginning of the session. Just because this session, this planet, I knew was going to get into potentially disturbing things, and this is one of them.
Oh god, I don't like it already.
Yeah, if anything feels like it is going too far, please let me know. But the one that is searching Zoe gets a little bit handsy.
Oh, he's gonna lose those hands then.
What is Zoe doing?
Hmm.
Possible to set up an execution attack during conversation? Is that a thing to just do?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like. At first, I'll be like, no. You know, the old jump and move away from them. Like,
Okay.
no, sir. You keep those hands the fuck away from me.
He presses forward, but I have to search it. But he's quickly pulled back by one of the other guys with a grip on his shoulder and a glare.
You guys got the hell of a welcoming committee over here.
They say something in Common Jin. The one that pulled him back says something in Common Jin, and Jack translates. He says that sorry and that he'll be punished for that, but I don't think he will.
Is that Jack adding
I'm
that?
assuming that last part.
onto
Is
the end?
Jack adding that.
That's Jack adding that. He pauses to indicate translation over, and then says, "But I don't think they will."
Oh, he'll get punished. Don't translate that part. And I fucking glare daggers at this guy. Like, I'm gonna fucking kill him.
All right, secondary objective.
He grins
Gropey.
smugly.
Oh, good, good. It's even better when they're smug about it.
Am I gonna have to make a smug face for this guy?
No, I can imagine it.
Okay. All right.
I've met this type before.
Part
Does
6,
he have
kill
any
everyone.
identifying markers?
Yeah. He's got some scars on his face that will make him really easy to pick out.
Oh, he gonna die.
They're satisfied that you don't have any weapons on you and walk you back to town.
Yeah. Somebody's gonna get drowned in the horse trough. I start smuttering.
Word of the day. All right. They break off.
What kind of weapons did you say they were holding?
They're holding combat rifles.
And are they wearing any armor or obvious armor, or is it just like leathers?
Their armor would best be described as war paint.
Gross.
The stars without number definition of war paint.
Okay, I was like, what? They're just wearing war paint?
No,
That's it?
no. Yeah, it's a specific definition of armor. It's like calling armor skin instead of armor.
Yeah, I got you. He's wearing a t-shirt and jeans.
He's wearing a t-shirt and jeans with a leather jacket, and it has some actual armor bits sewn to protect important parts.
It's like like leather jacket with metal bits added to it.
Yeah.
Oh man, I should have just turned and given him the knee. Oh man, I missed out. That's what I have you guys here for. Somebody knee him in the crotch.
Actually, like that. Most war paint is fashioned to scrounge scraps of TL4 materials.
Is Zoe saying
More
that to
than a
Jack
minute
and
of
Charlie?
walking.
No,
Okay.
no, she understands keeping that we're here for bigger causes, but somebody's gonna fucking die. You know, one of those oops, we put the Raza down right on this guy's house, you know?
I bet you this guy doesn't even have a house.
I know. But we're gonna wreck his life and then kill him.
That's not part of your plan.
Not yet.
Not part of Nemesis's plan.
Not yet. That can be discussed later. Like I said, the first plan was the plan to get information to make a plan.
Yes, it was.
We can split the plan into 2 parts. One to actually do the mission, and then just one
I
to
can
lower the
maintain
Raza
two-
down and then level the whole
You know-
facility.
Yeah.
I can do 2 plan. I can make 2 plans. I can make one solely to ruin the guy's life.
Yeah.
And my understanding is that that actually is what you were planning on doing. Is you created this plan to gather the information that feeds into your next plan.
Yep.
Of what to actually do.
Yeah, because we don't have any actual information yet.
Right.
We don't know anything.
So let's do some timey-wimey stuff. Unless there's any point during this that you want to set aside for role-playing things out. I'm happy to go through the bullet points and just a light on each one in whatever order you guys want, because this is not an ordered plan. This is an everybody doing everything at once chaos plan.
Yep.
That's kind of plan.
So who wants that spotlight first? Zoe, Charlie, and Jack are in the town, and any one of them can do their part. Making contact with Little John will be all three of them, presumably. Nemesis can be scanning, and Jai is doing question mark. Question mark, question mark.
Yes, make sure you have all three in there.
Jai's doing. I think Jai's just doing his own research.
Yeah, I don't think Jai was actually part of the plan here.
Correct.
So let's do the trading first,
Okay.
because that doesn't necessarily have to do with Lily John. He's probably the richest person around here, so he's probably the one most likely to actually give us a good deal. But you know, we want to talk to all the traders and see what's going on.
Okay.
Plus, we're going to find out any more information about Hansy so we can kill him.
So, did you get the not PDF, the link to that document that I sent you?
Yeah.
Were you able to open it?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure because it's that is in my actual GM section of my Dropbox.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no,
Whereas
it work.
most of the other things that I link are in the other section that I link everything in. Okay.
Gotcha.
So you've got access to what outships are available on Camiego.
Yeah, because you actually texted or sent that to me first.
I did. That's right.
Yeah. Yep.
And you
I'm
can
looking at it right now.
pick two different things that you want to do. You want to try and sell the slurry as one of those things, right?
Mm-hmm.
And are you trying to buy slaves, red bones, or leaf? Well, basically slaves or drugs.
Nope.
Are you trying to sell anything else?
No. Well, so I'm also trying to get like supplies and stuff because I know that we don't really track that, but
Okay.
that's a thing that traders would be trying to do.
Yeah, sure. I'll roll that in as part of the fictional narrative, but it's not going to cost you guys anything extra.
Yeah. So mostly I'm just trying to sell this stuff and gather information.
Okay. That works perfectly because technically you shouldn't be able to do anything else while trading two things. So let's go ahead and roll the 2d6 for the medical supplies. And what were the tags on those? I know one of them is medical.
And then biotech,
Okay.
I think was the other one. Do ship inventory.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, there we go. They really need this slurry.
Yeah, apparently it's not all Lily John. Once you tell, you do interact with Lily John for this, and once he finds out how much of it you have that you can sell, he can't buy it all, but he reaches out to other traders across various towns and works out arrangements for basically they're going to pay him a little bit extra on the top
to pick it up for him. To pick it up for them.
Well, mostly finder's fee.
Plus 9. So 17 times a lot. Oof. 31k. Hey, we're actually going to get paid. I think I did that math right. Right, it's 9 plus it's a medical, so 5 and then plus 3. So 17.
Nope. Not sure where the other plus 5 is coming from for the medical.
Because the products have a medical 5.
Oh no, that's That's just tracking for me so that I know where what tier they're in.
Okay.
The only part of all that that matters for you is the final factor, like where it says tier 7 equals 2600 for Leaf.
Gotcha.
It also matters what the planet's like.
Yeah, and
Walls,
that's
doesn't
where the
it?
+3 came in here.
Yeah, so it's
But-
12 times. 12 times.
But
3.
her trade skill also applies now.
Yes, and your trade skill also applies now. So I should have added that. So it's actually your trade skill is 2 or 3.
It is +2.
Okay, so it's going to be 14 times whatever the factor is of that slurry.
Gotcha.
And I can't remember what that slurry is.
1860. So
Okay.
26k. Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, how many tons of it do you have?
2. Well, we have 10 total. So, but we only have 2 right now. But I would try and, sell it all.
Yeah. Like I said, Lily John is able to make some calls. He's you assume that he's getting maybe 100 to 200 credits from 3 or 4 other traders as a finder's fee, but they're going to end up paying this 2640 on average to you.
Mm-hmm.
And you can offload all 10 tons here.
Sweet. All right. So who's got the split calculator?
Believe that's located in the discussion section. So what's the factor again?
Well, the total amount is 26040.
Per ton.
Do we determine what split, if any, Jack gets?
Oh yeah, per ton. So times 10.
I guess he's on the
So-
same level as me and Charlie, right?
Let me deal with this first. 26040 times 10 is 260,400. The agreement is Zoe will take half of it. So Zoe will get 130,200.
That's loud.
You get that, Arch?
Yep. I'm just sorry. I was just writing it in chat.
And then times 0.2. 52,080 will go into the ship funds.
Sorry. Say that number again.
52,080
1,000.
into ship funds,
Okay.
which leaves 78,120 to be divided amongst the remaining crew. I believe it was. Let's see. I can't remember if I'm giving the basic crew any special bonuses. I don't think so.
You're
I don't think
paying
they have
them
any
daily.
shares.
Right.
Yeah, they don't have any shares. They're just
So in that case, I believe it's Nemesis and Charlie and Jack each get one part. And then originally, I think Jai and Walter were getting 2 parts, but Jai's the only one left of that. So I guess Charlie, Nemesis, and Jack each get 1 part. Jai will get 2 parts. So that means we'll divide it by 5.
That actually makes sense and makes it easy.
Yep. So Charlie, Jack, and Nemesis will get 15,624.
I'll go ahead and write that on Jack's sheet here.
15,624. Oh, I guess you're typing it now.
Yeah.
I was about to type it, but
And
I missed it.
and then that means I get twice that.
And that's just the slurry.
Yeah. We actually made some pretty good money there.
Yeah, how
Yep.
much did you end up paying for it?
We paid about half that much.
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds about right. That's kind of the position I wanted the trading to have. With
Yeah.
good rules.
Much credits.
Let's go into drones
And
or
6-3,
cybernetics.
right? We have to roll doubles for something bad to happen,
Yes.
or something interesting to happen.
Something interesting, rather.
It'll
while I'm-
usually
no.
be bad, but not always.
While we're setting up this deal, I get to complain to Lily John about Hansy, right?
Sure.
tell him what a really shit guard he is?
Yeah. And in kind of using this momentum and interaction, Zoe gets a sense of Little John.
Yeah, does he give a shit?
He doesn't seem. He thinks that was inappropriate. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's like, that guy is always an asshole. And Joseph, the landlord, doesn't let him anywhere near the brothel.
Yeah, I can understand why.
Yep.
Let's just say an accident happens to him.
Well, he's still gonna die. Nobody gets away with it.
But see, now you've leaked that there's a motive for his death, and they're going to suspect you, and they're not going to be able to do anything about it, so it won't matter.
I didn't say that to them. I said that to you guys right now, out of character.
No, you're telling Hansy about
Lil John about
Lil
Hansy.
John about Hansy, yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah.
that now when he dies, they're going to be like, oh shit, they must have killed him.
Yeah.
Actually, no, that's a good point. Actually, yeah, let that be a warning.
Yeah, exactly. Sweet. Hey, we got paid, guys. Now I'm contractually obligated not to complain about money problems for at least 2 episodes.
Yeah. Though you're with Lily John, so maybe a good time to start asking him what he thinks about the guy.
Oh yeah. So I keep hearing about this landlord guy. What's his deal?
Let's go ahead and get a
Well, I thought we were gonna do all the plan stuff before we went.
I'm actually that's actually what I'm jumping into is the Zoe gathers information while trading bullet point.
Yep.
I'm gonna have you roll either connect or trade with charisma.
Mm-hmm.
This does not count as trading, so you don't get your Zoe special. All trade gets 3 dice, but I think you still get 3 dice on all trade skill checks anyways.
Yep.
Yeah, so it didn't really matter. You could always use connect if you don't want the extra dice.
Or the extra +1, like, it doesn't feel right.
Yeah, and I agree with you. Go ahead and use the lower one. Oh, I see you've already rolled. Never mind.
Yep, too late. Can't go back now. that bridge has been burned.
So, Zoe is having to separate from Charlie at various points while he does his own investigations. Jack is staying mostly with Zoe because we know that he knows that Charlie can more or less take care of himself, or at least he believes that. And so this is all occurring over the course of 3 days. Do not ask about your loot box. I don't know.
You said 3 days, not me.
Yeah, I knew what was coming from you. I'll have your loot box for you next session.
I mean, I'm not going to pick up every loot box. I might, need to escape from this place one day.
That's true. I am still going to at least know what's in it, so I know. So I'm not just throwing it out of my ass when you go find it.
It contains a key to the brothel.
That sounds pretty good. I'll do that. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Happy to help.
So over the course of a few days, talking to Little John and talking to traders at other towns, and Hansy over in Dry Sun was clearly not the only one that was trying to get that wanted to get Hansy, but Jack is pretty good at kind of putting forth a just don't do it front. So those other times that you both are searched do not get inappropriate.
I'm gonna start carrying around a cattle prod. It's not a weapon.
What kind of information are you trying to gather while you're trading?
Kind of. Maybe like I need to figure out a way of saying this in a way that makes it seem like trading is going to be involved. Basically, I want to know like the strategic information about the brothel, because that's what we're here for, right? We're trying to break in and get this girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think just the general defenses of the town as well too.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be specifically. You don't have to necessarily relate it to trading. I imagine that this is the kind of stuff that Zoe could work into idle chatter or icebreakers
Well, yeah.
while arranging deals and stuff.
Well, I'm buying supplies, and the guy's like, "Well, I also sell to the landlord." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, well, I bet you he buys like 2 things." No, he buys 12 tons, and then I know from
Yeah.
that how
Yeah,
many
sure.
people work there.
Or gosh darn, those heavy weapons on the wall, they look very intimidating.
Yeah, right. Just I work it real natural in the conversation.
So, some gimmies that I'll give you are that the heavy weapons are very well ammoed.
Mhm.
That sometimes those kinds of weapons at towns in Camiego are dry. They're just for show.
Yeah.
But he has put a lot of his resources and
Which him?
Huh?
You said him, but which him? I'm still
Oh,
confused as to who
sorry,
actually.
the landlord.
Right.
The landlord has put a lot of resources, including a substantial amount of water, into keeping those supplied with ammo. There's some bad mouthing of the landlord, Joseph Wing, because he is essentially riding a dying oasis. The people around here have been kind of watching his purchases, his trades, his transactions, and these traders here know that he's exhibiting all the signs of his well is drying up.
Uh-oh, sharks smell blood in the water.
Well, okay, so here's my follow-up question. Why does he need heavy guns on the walls? Like, is there large fauna here? Should we be looking out for sandworms? Like,
no, he is just paranoid about raiders coming to take what he has.
I mean, yeah. Oh, wow, interesting.
Yes, raiders. Don't worry about the traders, though.
What other information is Zoe trying to get here?
I mean, I don't know, location of the brothel and find out what's going on there. Like, can anybody go to it, or is it locked off?
The brothel is reserved for people that have that what's his name? Joseph Wing. That the landlord has allowed. Sometimes he rewards the efforts of certain townsfolk, especially those who own slaves and contribute those slaves to the town's welfare. Sometimes he rewards visiting traders who have brought supplies that his town needs, especially ammo.
Military stuff, eh? And
Yep.
is there any way to like get to talk to him, or is there?
Well, yes, having any kind of military supplies to sell to him is a sure way of getting to see him.
I mean, we do have some military supplies, but they're like microchips or something. I don't remember exactly what they are.
You also have 4 tons of weapons.
Oh, that reminds me. We also need to get rid of these sun products off of here because we sold them. Do we have 4 tons of weapons?
Yeah, there were 5 tons that the Vault Idols. Basically, the Vault Idols had found a cache of weapons. They found 5 tons of TL4 weapons. And when they joined you, they were just kind of like, you know, this
I
is
guess
now part of our
Yeah.
cargo.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we can try and sell it and then, I don't know, kill him.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure arming him with TL4 weapons is the best idea, but
Well, no, but we need a bait.
It's a
We-
pretense to meet with them.
that's
Yeah,
fair.
we need the bait. So I guess I would also put word out through Lily John that we might have some other stuff. Some weapony type stuffs if he knows anybody that would be interested.
Okay. He tells you that he can put a word in with the landlord and see if he'll come out of his mansion to meet with you.
Sick. Lily John, you ain't half bad.
Hang on, let me check my notes to see if that's true.
Also, let's check with Jack to see if that's translatable.
For reference, Lily John does only speak Common Jin and Korean, so this has been all translated through Jack.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Oh yeah, I was completely ignoring the roleplay. Lily John is tall and lanky with effeminate mannerisms.
Okay.
He seems a bit squeamish about any kind of trouble. He doesn't really want to truck in the trading and sale of weapons because weapons always bring trouble. But you have brought some incredible trade his way. He's going to be able to make some profit off of these supplies, most likely going into the manufacture of the drugs that are common on Kamiego and selling those.
Oh yeah, so he doesn't like selling weapons, but drugs. Drugs are fine.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Leaf is
Drugs
the
can
most
compete.
amazing thing in the sector, according to Lily John.
Is leaf just weed?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't think that really counts at this point. I think we can all agree that it's fine.
Well, no, it's got what's it called? It is contraband +2.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is technically illegal.
I think we can all agree it's ethically fine.
Yeah, I don't give a shit what you do with it. I'm just pointing out that it. I guess that actually makes it more expensive, so it's not.
You can charge
terrible.
more for it, so you know.
Yeah.
Kamiego is, while it's not the only supplier of weed or marijuana-like drugs, it is a major site for weed or marijuana-like drugs in the sector, leaf being the most common throughout the sector.
I mean, I guess we could pick up some leaf if we really want.
Nice thing about leaf and red bones is that they're compact.
What's red bones exactly?
It is a recreational drug produced from the bones, horns, hooves, and various keratin sources of local cattle mixed with the roots of a native weed. The weeds are genetically altered to inhibit growth, so they are difficult to find. Dissociative anesthetic that alters perception so that all physical stimulation is pleasurable.
I
Not
see.
specifically sexual, but can be. And
Yeah.
alters mood, generally to feelings of pride, elation, and a sense of personal
All right,
certainty.
where are you getting this
But can also
information?
express much more negative feelings.
Where is this?
Luxury +2, contraband +2,
It's-
biotech +1.
I'm
It's
taking
clearly
notes.
in the drugs document that
I think
Dexter has.
Xander just came up with that off the top of his head, and I am taking fucking notes.
Okay, great. Well, regardless, yeah, feel free to buy some weed if you want to. I don't really care.
Oh boy. Are we going anywhere that has consumer needs anytime soon?
Yeah,
Are we going back
Probably.
to Sue anytime soon?
we
I'm
might
pretty
be.
sure-
Well,
I'm pretty
actually, yeah, we will be.
'Cause
So
I'm pretty sure that place had like crazy luxury good need.
yeah, we probably will be. So that's fine. And we can tell by the one guy we picked up to help with the Sue thing that they definitely have someone selling them drugs.
What?
They only need food and entertainment data. All right. Well, I guess they don't need luxury.
We'll figure something out.
Wait, am I even reading this thing right?
Yes,
I don't know.
you are. They'll still buy luxury and they'll still buy drugs, but
Yeah. So here's my question: if the item that we're selling has both luxury and contraband, and we go to Sue and sell where they have luxury and contraband both at +2, is that a +4 total?
I think I set it so that it's only the highest of the modifiers.
Oh, okay.
Because otherwise that would get basically because I want to be able to list multiple modifiers for as many as possible so that they fit in as many places as possible.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to be overselling things.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I will buy. Well, no, because I said I wasn't going to buy anything. Nope.
Right.
Yep.
You would
All
have
right.
to spend another 3 days here.
Yep. I pretend to be interested in Leaf.
Okay.
Well, we'll see what happens with our next part of our plan. We might end up staying a few more days here.
Well, not after Hansy suffers an unfortunate accident that everybody
No.
knows who
They'll
did it.
never trace
I'm
back.
saying if we just go all out here and just say, all right, let's take over the town.
True.
Yeah,
True.
we'll become the landlords. Do we want to? I mean, the
No,
well's
we can
going
just
dry,
we can
man.
just give it to Lily John there, and they can move wherever the hell they want. I don't care. I'm down for killing this weird bastard who forces women to work in brothels.
Yeah. Look, I got no problem killing him. I just don't really
And it
care
really-
what happens after
Yeah,
that.
it really didn't sound like he'll be missed either.
Yeah. So yeah, feel free to keep with the information gathering, I guess.
Well,
Yep.
Unless you've got any other questions that you think could be answered while Zoe is trading, I'm going to move on just to another bullet point.
Yep. Let somebody else do something.
Okay. Charlie or Nemesis? Or I can go with Jack for a moment.
I mean, so really all I'm really doing, I guess my idea was if I'm scanning the facility specifically, is I'm just looking for signs of anything more advanced that's not blatantly visible, right?
Well, that and you're also scanning for nearby ships to see if they're
Oh, yeah.
related to this place too.
Okay.
So I'm willing to go now.
All right. Well, then let's go ahead and get a check from Nemesis on the scanner.
All right.
Even though you'll be trying to scan different targets, I'm still going to keep the escalating check difficulty.
All right. So I guess, Jai, what's more important to you? I'm assuming the nearby ships, right?
Correct.
All right. We'll do the ship scans first then.
Okay. And your question there is, are there any ships that are clearly that you can identify as related to Joseph in some way?
Yeah, and I suppose we're mostly concerned with their, military capabilities.
Okay.
Their weaponry.
I'm gonna make those two separate questions. So, which are you more interested in first, relationship or
I guess
weapons?
With the nature of Kamiego, probably relationships probably more important. Even if there's other ships here.
Okay. This is going to involve maneuvering the Raza so that you get near enough that you can actually make scan checks on these other ships. Because the more in-depth scans can technically only be done in combat range with them.
So, relationship, I mean, I guess we're just looking at their registered ID code, right? But I guess that may not have necessarily ownership, so it might be kind of outside of the questions thing.
No, that one you don't have to. Sorry, I should have clarified. But the maneuvering is for the second question, or would be required for the second question, as far as their weapons capabilities. You're right that just their relationships, trying to draw conclusions based on their ID, and whatever other information Nemesis can get from local, what little traffic control there is. That doesn't require you to be any nearer to the ships. So, in that, you do not find any ships that are related to Joseph Wing.
At least, okay, presumably not directly. He may have contacts that have ships, but he doesn't have any registered for himself.
Right.
But those gosh darn subsidiaries!
I actually, if this were a subsidiary case, I think with your role, I would have given that to you. If any of these ships are related to him in any way, it's that he knows the person in the next town over, and they owe him a favor.
Okay.
So knowing that you'll have to maneuver the Raza around, do you want to try for what kind of weapon capabilities are on these ships?
Nemesis, I'm more interested in the facility itself, like if there's anything hidden there, or
Okay.
I guess, like I said, particularly high tech other than the obvious heavy weaponry.
Okay.
If that makes sense. So technically, I don't think that's really a question. I'm not really sure what that one will fall under, but that seems like a reasonable kind of thing to scan for.
Yeah, we're kind of outside the normal planetary scanning right now, anyways.
Yeah. It's not really a planetary body I'm scanning. I'm just trying to gather information on a very specific location.
Right, and I've been thinking of that I wanted to break out from the you can only ask these questions for a while now. I tried it, and it works well enough for giving an idea of what kind of questions can be asked, but I think that I need to take off the chains.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like there should be, like even like I said, it's more specific scans. Like it makes sense that you can collect more information about dedicated like a location if you're being specifically. Though I guess that also raises the question of how obvious is this?
I don't really consider these kinds of scans to be obvious. You're not beaming information down. Your sensor equipment, I don't think, has that capability. You're just, light is bouncing off the planet, and you're reading that.
Electromagnetics that it's giving off.
Yeah, you're reading the data that is already coming at you.
Okay, so yeah, so passive scans essentially.
Yeah.
So that I could see. So there's the concept with like passive scans and active scans. Like an active scan is like where you are sending out like essentially a wave of something you're reading what bounces back.
Right. I understand that that's in stars as a rule. I've thrown that out. I don't know if active scans are actually.
I don't think this distinguishes between active and passive scans.
No,
I feel like a weapon scan would be active scanning there.
What I'm saying is I don't know if active scans have a whole lot of basis in reality, aside from that little sonar thing. I think
primarily it is. But, it is, but like radar is active scanning.
So is like laser sighting.
Mm-hmm. LiDAR.
Are
radar,
those things that like if somebody's
They're
using radar,
active.
can somebody else detect that someone is using radar though?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because radar is basically the same. It's all basically the same thing. You are sending out some sort of electromagnetic or visual effect that is bouncing off the thing and then reporting back to you. So, and they can detect that, this wave of whatever has hit us. So they can detect that. Passive is waiting for whatever that gives off.
What?
Okay.
So hold on. What are we doing? Because we've been on this, like, talking about this for about 10 minutes.
Oh, they're making me complicate things more. That's what we're doing.
It's something to look at in the future. I'm fine with doing the whole passive thing in this case. So yeah, so I guess I just need to roll to see what's coming off this facility. If there's anything more advanced than just those heavy weapons.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that. Okay, your difficulty was 9 on this. And Nemesis, with the visual information, scan information that she can collect, does not see anything more advanced than a couple of ATVs and these heavy weapons on towers. Now, there. Hang on. There is an ATV, and it apparently has more heavy weapons mounted on it.
Okay. Also, what were the heavy weapons again? It was I know it was a Hydra array, and was it 2 railguns or
No.
2 heavy machine guns.
heavy machine guns? Okay.
All right, I might have an idea. Why doesn't Zoe come back up to the ship, construct a few demo charges, and then we'll have Charlie plant them before properly going down there.
Do I know what sort of weapon is on the ATV?
Yeah, it's a heavy machine gun.
Okay.
Feels like not the safest plan.
Well, there. And do I know
Compared to going down ourselves and getting shot.
how many other ATVs were there? I'm typing this up.
Just one more ATV.
Okay.
Now hang on trying to do the second plan, because we've still got Charlie's information gathering go through as well.
I'm not doing the plan. I'm just kind of noting down what we already know.
Okay.
That'll help me remember. And everyone else remember, because I'm just going to note it down in Discord, because it's so much easier than doing it in my notes.
That works. And if you consolidate it into one message, I can pin it for you guys.
Yeah, I'll start doing that.
Are there any other scan questions that Nemesis wants to ask?
I guess we could do. So I guess I guess what weapons are mounted. I guess I might as well ask that. What I guess in general for any that they simply. I don't have any indication of what ships would be like owing favors to. Goodness, his name Joseph.
Yeah, that's not something that would be
vague.
reasonably acquired through scans.
All right. Well, I guess how many ships are we looking at in orbit?
Right now there are 9.
9. That's individual scans, is it not?
No, I would if you can maneuver it, I would basically just treat it as one among your scans.
Okay.
To try and
I guess I just identify any particularly dangerous ships with that as I'm doing it.
You would probably just approach the corvettes at that point.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Ships that look like they're specifically outfitted for combat, not self-defense. Right. All right, I'll do that.
Okay.
Related penalties for failing.
The Roz's flight orbital path is adjusted just slightly so that you come near enough to the corvettes. This is going to take the better part of a day. Your difficulty is 10.
All right. Let's do my last scan. One way or the other. Success.
Okay. It's worth noting that if with me reinstating passive scans, that would be at a -2 penalty. Which I actually kind of like, because it creates a challenge for you. It creates a choice for you.
Well, you have the planner anyway. Go ahead and roll.
No, you've succeeded. I'm not instating the -2 yet.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that's something for future consideration. Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I prematurely took out passive scans, thinking that there was very little basis in reality with them. And
there's much reality.
Yeah, I just hadn't even thought about it, honestly.
No, yeah, that's fine. I've read plenty of sci-fi. That's why I like space operas are really interesting, where you have like ships basically going completely silent.
Mm-hmm.
Like space combat, like as realistic is very, I think, very interesting. It's almost like basically submarines, essentially.
Yeah. So those corvettes are standard corvette armaments for my setting, which is, I believe, slightly different from what's in the book. Whatever's in the book, instead, these guys have drive 2, which I think is standard in the book.
It is.
And 3 plasma beams.
Okay, 3 instead of 2. Okay.
Yeah.
No sand throwers then?
No sand thrower. Corvette has no fucking use for a sand thrower.
Wow, it's for killing fighters. Poor fighters.
No, it's the sand thrower is only for killing shuttles. It's got no armor piercing. The fighter shrugs off 5
that's
points.
true. That's true. Yeah,
Poor sand thrower.
poor shuttles.
Poor shuttles. Anything else you want Nemesis to try and uncover here?
Yeah, I guess it's up to you, Jai. I'm fairly satiated.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't care that much.
Okay. I'm gonna do Jack real quick before going over to Charlie, just because it's Jack's just kind of a quick and easy. Some social information gathering while bodyguarding Zoe. More or less already gotten that information, but let me roll his connect anyways. Connect with strength. Alright. I guess maybe I should have used strength. In Jack's kind of skirting around issues, he's getting from these townsfolk a slightly more sympathetic view of Joseph Wing. Kind of trimming out some of the fat and bullshit and propaganda. It's sounding like the landlord here is getting pretty stressed about dwindling water supply. Each of the people that you end up hearing this from is acting as if they're the only one that actually knows the troubles that Mr. Joseph Wing is suffering, but several of them do. And at least the people that you're able to talk to are actually fairly grateful to him that he manages the water so well. They also don't really seem like they're the people who are typically having their water rations restricted. And Charlie.
So it's great if you're well off.
What kind of sneak investigation of the facility, which you guys define the facility as the brothel, I believe, is Charlie doing?
We don't have access to. We don't know where the brothel is, correct?
You do know where the brothel is.
Oh,
It's the same building where the heavy weapons are, right?
No, the heavy weapons are on towers that are kind of vaguely surrounding the landlord's mansion. The brothel is actually a separate building. It's in town. It's not connected to any of the other buildings.
Okay, so those ATVs might be more relevant in the fact they might rush to the aid. Okay.
What kind of information does Charlie want to try and gather first?
Well, seeing as how the first thing that I had written down is no longer relevant because we just know where the brothel is.
Sorry.
Now, hold on. The brothel is probably within range of all of those heavy weapons, is it not?
Oh yeah.
So I guess
So
the most important stuff would be blind spots, if there are any for the turrets and hydro arrays.
Okay.
Any place that looks weaker structurally, because I imagine that would just be a very good chaos point. And if we're looking to offload from the brothel, an area that looks clear to just move vehicles up to it. That's
Okay.
assuming we're doing a whole rescue mission, if the brothel even comes into being use, which, you know, the TV trope says that it probably is.
So, I kind of want to do this the same way that scanning is done, as kind of
activate
an
my face scanners.
experiment. I'm sorry.
I will activate my face scanners.
Exactly. Basically, being that you roll your check at difficulty 8, and attach that check to a question that you're wanting to have answered, and every question after that, as long as you succeed, is +1 on the difficulty. So what do you
am
think
I rolling?
is the most important information in that? And you would be rolling sneak plus give you your choice, anything but strength or con.
Going to be going for sneak dexterity.
Okay.
Why not? And I think the most important question for me, anyways, would be blind spots for the big guns, because I don't want to be anywhere near them.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Rolling. I'm sorry.
You had a plus in there somewhere.
Oh,
Also, oh no, you're a adventure. No, like psychic, half psychic, right? So you don't get the reroll.
Yeah, I'm not even sure why that.
yeah, no, that
It's
literally
a
shouldn't
7.
work like
No,
that.
wait, no, it's 6, 8, 9. It's
Yeah.
because did you put in a modifier? You can't do. You have to just do 1, not +1.
Yeah.
That's what happened there.
Nope, it's written as 2.
No, the mod is showing +1.
Yeah.
So you
For-
put when you typed in did you put in a modifier of +1?
No, I didn't put in a modifier at all.
That looks like it's
Hmm.
+1 in the dexterity for some reason.
Yeah, I don't
yeah,
know
you're
what's going
right.
on there.
So the mod is doing a plus, not a value, not a number.
I checked the mod. The mod's just a 0. I didn't change it at all.
Okay.
Did you put a
Interesting.
plus for the bonus?
Yeah, it sounds like it didn't add it to modify anything.
Well, whatever. It doesn't matter.
It's
Just,
a 9. It's a 9.
Let's just try to get this wrapped up.
Sorry.
No, I'm
Six
sorry.
points.
That was a point of curiosity for me.
We know the sheet. We know the person that worked on the sheets. We'll report the bug if it is indeed a bug.
So, blind spots for the big guns. The heavy machine guns, despite being heavy machine guns, will not be able to punch through multiple walls with the angle that they have, because they'll also be hitting. There's just too many structural beams and supports. So an entire 2 sides of the brothel are completely covered from the heavy machine guns. And both of those sides are, one side is out the back of the town, outside of town, and one side is facing another building and is away from the landlord's compound. The Hydra array, on the other hand, can theoretically target anything that to which it can be given coordinates, as they are guided missiles.
Okay.
As long as there's no QECM to disrupt that guidance.
Access. We don't have access to that, right?
Well, your ship is a QECM generator.
Oh. Huh.
I guess I have another question. How high up are the towers? And if we shot one of them with our charged pulse cannon, would it destroy other buildings?
The towers are 10 meters up, and your charged pulse cannon should be a kill zone diameter of 20 meters.
Okay, so actually probably fine then.
Yeah. Just
That would be a
just
pretty
barely.
easy way to deal with Joseph. Though, I mean, that's probably a blow to the community to lose all that wood, right? I imagine wood is actually semi-precious here, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's
But then
You
again,
can
it's
pay
a matter
for the
of
wood. It's just wood.
Yeah.
I mean, but then then the question is, do we really care about that? I mean,
no. Jai doesn't in the slightest.
I mean, Nemesis would rather not leave things worse than they are now.
Hey, here's the situation.
But that might be an improvement to the
Here's
situation.
the situation. We also have a bunch of ship grade metals we can sell them afterwards, and they can build something out of that. Probably.
Like a ship to take them somewhere else because this
Yeah.
place is a shithole.
Yeah.
We can make a profit off of it.
Yep. I say we just. All right. Did you have anything else you wanted to search, like the
Yeah, there
either
were
the brothel
two
or the
more
manor?
questions you wanted to ask.
Yeah. That's an easy in or out from the kind of like brothel area, specifically for vehicles. If something could just be driven up.
Okay. You already have that as a partial answer, but I can give you more. Go ahead and roll.
Okay. So input value is 0. And
Hmm.
that time it worked.
Yeah.
Nothing changed.
God damn. He just phases through walls like a ghost.
Charlie actually can get into the brothel if he wants and get a general layout of the place over the. This is over the course of a few days, so he's taken his time on this. But Charlie is able to identify a couple of easy entrances and easy pathways from wherever you're trying to get inside this building. He has a couple of close calls, but is able to slip about unnoticed. As far as picking somebody up, loading somebody onto a vehicle, yeah, absolutely. One of those blind spots from the heavy machine guns is at the back side of the town, and under cover of night, and with trying to optimize the engine so it's a little bit quieter, or using a quiet vehicle to begin with, you can easily get some kind of vehicle up here.
And I'm
Are you
assuming
saying
that
we don't have to blow a hole in the side of the brothel to enact this plan? Jeez.
Right?
Sorry,
Take
yeah,
all the fun out of it.
I know.
God.
That's what I do as a GM. I suck the fun.
I'm making an assumption here
son
that
fucker.
during the past few days,
Wow, man.
Son
You just came right out and said it. Jeez.
God.
I'm sorry,
I'm
Nox.
as
Whatever you were saying, it got out laughed.
It's
Over
fine.
laughed. What were you saying, Nox?
I was going to say, I assume that over the past few days, I did not see the person that we were looking to find and pick up.
You haven't yet. You can certainly make that one of your questions to try and locate her.
Sure. I feel like that's a more important question than the one that I just rolled a 14 for.
Okay.
And I
Do
think
the
this will be the
scanning
last one
roll.
that I attempt.
All
Yeah,
right.
if we get all the way through scoping this place out and then realize she's not even here, fuck.
Well,
This is at
I
a
mean,
difficulty
Don't screw
10.
up.
Oh.
There we go.
There you go.
Hey,
14.
nice.
Yes, you are able to identify the room that she's in. Charlie does not get a whole lot of good access to this. This is requiring him to take advantage of this place's shoddy construction, probably because of the quality of materials that they have. But he's finding a place to climb, and he sees her in her room, or in a room, almost stalkery, but he has purpose. She is laying on what serves as a decent mattress on the floor, and he sees half-eaten dishes of food just kind of piled up near her door.
Okay. Are there the obvious guards inside there, or why is he not able to see anything like that?
Charlie has seen obvious guards, not inside her room, but inside the brothel.
Yeah, inside the room, I guess.
No
So,
obvious
okay.
guards inside the room.
Okay. I'm not going to push my luck from here. I feel like I'm.
you
This
got a
luck
little
isn't
higher.
going to last forever. Yeah.
You've got a little higher risk than the scans.
Yeah, just a little bit.
It's just like scanning, except there's high risk.
Okay. That is all 3 of the active investigative approaches. We've got about 10 minutes left. Do you guys want to discuss your findings and give some initial thought to how you want to proceed?
So it's either loud or quiet.
We could probably just sneak her out over the course of the night.
We could.
And, the orbital bombardment on our way out.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We have quiet, loud, and then extra loud.
My inclination is to just blow up the towers with a ship, shoot Joseph, take whoever it is we're supposed to get here, and leave.
I mean, if
We're forgetting about the part where we turn Hansley into handless.
Yeah, sure.
I was just asking that. Where did anybody find where
Hansy,
Hansy is staying?
Oh, we need to learn that.
yeah, no, it was on the back burner.
I don't mind letting one of you make another roll for that.
Yeah, no, I want to know. I want to know when he's on the towers because that's when we're gonna do our attack. The rod from God kind of vaporizes him.
Yeah.
Who's making that check?
I will.
Okay.
The one that's personal.
Do I continue rolling trade for this? Am I asking other traders about him?
This you're not going to be able to roll trade for.
I'm asking my trade contact, Mr. Guy who he works for, about it. No? All right.
He doesn't work for Lily John.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Puck
So
doesn't have-
what?
Yeah.
Connect?
Yeah, this is going to be connect or talk.
I good at talk?
Can I administer my way? I mean, if Zoe reports that, can I administer my way into? Never mind, we're good.
Okay.
Would it be easier or harder to just take him hostage and then use that as a way to just get everything done?
Oh, if we take him hostage, I'm just gonna kill him.
If we take him hostage, if we take him hostage, I don't think they're gonna care. I don't think he's a very good hostage.
Sorry, we're talking about Hansy here. Never mind.
Yeah,
I thought we were
yeah.
talking about the big boss, Mayor Man.
Oh yeah, no, that's a different story.
Landlordio.
Yes,
Yeah.
Lord Landio.
you have found when Hansy is on shift on one of the towers. They don't actually stay on top at the guns, but they are stationed in a little shack-like thing at the base of the tower, and you know what his shift is.
And we can probably fire low enough that the blast takes out the shack too.
Look, I'm not worried about killing him. I'm worried that it won't be enough.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. It's like that's, it's like things like you just don't know why at that point, right? The important part is knowing why this is happening to him.
Yeah, I felt like this was more of a message than killing.
Yeah, we need to.
Well, it may involve killing later.
We need
But
to
the
remove
very
the.
important part.
We need to remove the head that he thinks with.
Oh,
So it's D-handed.
All right, Zoe.
all right, we got 10 minutes of free discussion.
Great. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm sure we can blow up the towers, line everyone up, and then you can do whatever it is you.
Are we really
want
set
to
on
do.
blowing up the? I mean, how many? I guess the question here is, surely there's innocent servants that work there, right?
Oh yeah.
We'd only be
It's-
blowing up the tower.
Look, my real question is if Charlie can get to the room outside, like literally right next to the target, like why do we need to do any of this? Just send Charlie in to go steal
Yeah.
it.
All right, Charlie.
Yeah.
I had
We
to
do
consider
the
just,
quiet part,
fucking.
and then the leaving fuck you to Hansy, right? Do we want to
Yeah.
deal with the question is, do we want to deal with Joseph as well? Do we
Yeah.
care enough about Joseph?
Look, the people seem to like him fine, so I don't really care.
Well, the people that liked him were people that are doing well.
He also is forcing women to work in the brothel, which
Yeah.
I will point out, and then
Yeah, that's fair.
You guys
Yeah.
are good characters.
All right, so I guess we just have to murder the whole town.
You're practically paladins of slaughter.
Yeah, all right. Let's go ahead and bombard the town.
Yeah, we did.
Hey,
I
Dad.
think
Look, how much genetic material do you need from Lilyjohn before you can tailor a virus that will only kill him, or not Lilyjohn?
Everyone
Gotta keep
but
doing
him.
that. Yeah,
Oh,
Not
or
much.
one to genetically only kill Joseph.
yeah, only kill Joseph.
oh, not terribly much.
Yeah, no.
Okay,
I'd be able to do that pretty easy.
cool. So
Um,
here's what we do: we meet him for coffee. I, steal the glass that he drinks from.
Well, now you have it
We
from
whip
us to
up a
talk to him.
virus.
You have it from us to talk to him with the military weapons.
Yeah, exactly.
All right,
Make it nice and smooth.
we're not actually doing this plan, are we?
I
Well, you
actually
don't-
like this plan more than the other one.
This seems a
Wait.
little
The
bit
one has a lot
convoluted.
more- the other one has a lot more collateral damage, though, of potential innocent people. We do still need to make a separate plan for Hansy if we're doing this, though. The only
Yeah.
benefit of the blowing things up plan is that it gets Hansy and Joseph in one go, but then there's also other people that will probably be affected.
By the destruction of the towers?
Yeah. Well,
Well, yeah,
I mean, the whole facility, he's presumably got at least some servants in the building, right?
No, the towers are separate from all that.
Yeah, but we're talking about dealing with Joseph in the same blast, aren't we?
Right. No. The idea is blow up the towers, say, all right, you come out, or we will blow up your mansion, and then either he comes out or we blow up the mansion. So ideally, we don't kill any servants. More likely, that's a display of orbital firepower.
Except the question is, I don't know how many of those Corvettes. How many Corvettes was it?
2.
2 Corvettes.
Mhm.
I mean, they could propose a reasonable threat, seeing as we only have one weapon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
3d6 AP10 times 3 weapons.
Oh,
Hey, Dex, is it possible to do shopping here? Just regular shopping?
Mhm.
Okay.
I don't know.
I've been trying to get an armored vac suit for fucking ever.
Just so you know, Xander, armored vac suit is its armored part just means that it doesn't deflate quite as easily. It doesn't have a higher AC.
Oh, so I have to go up to full on suit.
Assault suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're looking at power armor
Uh.
if you want anything that has vac suit qualities and good AC.
Not necessarily.
Icarus harness too.
Or there is a bubble seal mod that can turn any armor into the equivalent of a vac suit for a limited amount of time. I can't remember how long.
Yeah.
Do, do, do.
I think if you just want to
think about
buy
it
something, it's
over
the
the break.
Icarus harness.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not sure we'll be able to find it here, but
No.
something to give me a little bit more protection, because my regular vac suit is just like, hey, if you shoot in my direction, I die.
But no. All right, we can
Max
just
suit up to 1 hour.
if Charlie thinks he can just get her out on his own, we can send Charlie down to get her out on his own.
It doesn't sound like it'd be too difficult.
Well, it's getting her
Yeah.
back out that's the hard part, right?
Yeah, honestly, I feel like the easy part is actually Charlie sneaking in and getting her out.
Yeah.
'Cause
Particularly
I
if it's
don't-
part of my plan. I dedicate the reroll and possible +1 to that.
I don't have to sneak in.
I mean, you do if you want her to know what's going on.
One detail I neglected, but I kind of assumed, I assumed into my description by virtue of the fact that Charlie was climbing up to a hole in the shoddy construction. She is on a 2nd floor. So how Charlie was able to see was by finding a time when he could climb the walls of this building, using its shoddy construction as hand grips itself.
Alternatively, by just walking up the wall.
Oh yes, or just by walking up the wall. Right, he can do that. So yes, he is easily able to walk up the wall and peer through gaps in the walls and see where she is. The walls are still wood, thin wood, that'd be easy to break down, but you're still on the second floor, and the complications that you will face and may want to address are A, she doesn't know you. B, she's apparently not eating very well. And C, you need to get her onto the ground either by going through the building or jumping off the side. Because I don't
Also,
think you can walk with her like that.
Rope is
and yeah, and to emphasize as much as possible, she is useless.
No, I mean, she's not so useless. She can't just like slide down a rope, right?
Well,
Uh,
it's
I don't know. Pay
I-
described her as a vegetable.
yeah. I think in this case,
Surely Payday was being dramatic.
I don't know.
How heavy is she?
Less than 200 kilograms, I imagine.
She's about 100 pounds.
Okay.
Whatever that is in kilograms. I think that's.
Could I theoretically just carry her down the wall with a strength of 12?
It's not your strength that's an issue. It's how much does kinetic transversal allow you to carry?
Does it have a weight limit?
It doesn't have a weight limit. The material just needs to support 5 pounds of weight.
It kind of yeah.
Hmm.
Kinetic transversal.
As
Yeah,
if
pretty
they
much
were
negates
flat ground. Yeah, you're right. I assumed that there were some weight limits to it, same as telekinesis. But obviously at a lower amount, because telekinesis.
I like to imagine an extremely overweight telekinetic at this point.
Okay.
I need telekinesis to
Okay.
walk.
So yeah, I guess that there are no limits to just carrying her out, except the first two complications. She doesn't know you, and well, I guess just the first complication.
Yeah, she has no idea who you are, and yeah, Charlie is not the most persuasive fellow.
I could just my plan, as far as I had thought it through, was just saying,
Come with me if
Name
you
of
don't-
her name
Yeah.
of her brother said to come get you out of here. And I might have a picture of him or something.
Yeah,
and then
I
we
feel like,
just leave.
yeah, I feel like that.
I feel like
that should
I
be
feel like
easily
you don't need
surpassed.
much provocation to run away
I'm
from
getting
being
you
in a
out
brothel.
of here. Yeah, honestly, I feel like she's going with this. I'm getting you out of here. But just to be safe, yes, I like that. Picture a name. Boom.
It's just, hey, I don't like brothels. You want to get out of here?
Well, all right. If it goes pear-shaped, I am going to just order the ship to start shooting the towers, though.
Why don't
Okay,
you guys build some contingencies into your plan? And we're at 3 o'clock. I don't want to keep anybody over. So
I think we can discuss some of this outside of game too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see that it matters too much. Like, does it really matter if we don't destroy the towers?
The main thing with
if we
destroying
just
the
get
towers.
her out of here and leave, we don't need to do anything.
So-
we just fucking bounce.
Yeah, so Dexter, my question is, in regards to QECM and the Raza, like, is that something special to the Raza, or
Nope.
any ship can do a QECM?
all ships generate QECM.
Okay. So honestly, so long as we bring the Raza overhead, or what's the range of QECM anyway? Like, can we just disable this from orbit?
You can't disable it from orbit because of atmospheric interference.
Okay, but if we bring the Raza down overhead, like, it would be obvious we would be involved, but it wouldn't be.
I kind of want to blow stuff up, though.
Blowing stuff
We can
up
blow
is
stuff up
fine,
when we leave.
but I guess we really I guess we need to debate whether how loud we want it. If we want to deal with Joseph, we need to figure out how to deal with that. I think Charlie aside. I mean, maybe we have someone set aside to assist Charlie in case things go pear shaped. But I think Charlie, for the most part, can handle the extraction from the brothel solo.
If somebody has a vehicle, that would literally solve all of the problems.
We do have vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. We have
a vehicle and somebody that can drive one.
We have a couple of vehicles.
Do we have anybody
What-
that can drive a vehicle?
Just
No.
get.
There we
Well,
go.
hold on.
Well,
So, well, here's my question: is do you need any skill to pilot a vehicle like normally, or is it only like chase situations?
You don't
that it comes
need any
relevant?
any skill to pilot a vehicle normally. It's just if you have to do anything special with it.
Okay, so like, I mean, we could give Charlie. I mean, how quiet are the fancy bikes we got from Trinidad Fade?
They're very fancy. They can go
Does
up
that
walls.
fancy? Yeah. Oh, here's the question: does that fancy come with being quiet, or are they loud because people like loud vehicles?
I believe those were described as being perfectly silent, weren't they?
Guys, you know
That
that
does
we
sound familiar,
we have
Alright.
the Marauder, which is both a vehicle and has weapons on it.
but it's not quiet.
So
But we're talking about what we give Charlie. I think Charlie takes one of those motorcycles for his
No.
mission.
I
Is Zoe okay with this?
does he need that? I don't see that he needs it.
I'm confused.
Getting
about
away
what-
from the
where
place
plan is.
faster.
You can
Yeah.
you walk out? Can you
You
not
could,
like
but that's not as cool.
isn't it?
It's not. It's not.
Alright,
I guess-
I mean, just imagine you're being hold on one second. If you just imagine for one moment you're being rescued from a brothel, would you rather have to walk out, or would you rather be driven off on a fancy motorcycle?
I don't care.
Okay, I understand. I understand what's happening here. I understand what's happening here.
She is most likely not malnourished, so walking is probably not feasible.
Nemesis is trying to set Charlie up on a date.
I guess. Alright. Yeah.
It would be more romantic. I'm just saying.
Dex,
Yes.
Jai's tired of this. I ordered the bombardment of the city.
I'm gonna withhold that until next session.
Do we? So we get 1 XP, right?
You guys get 1 XP.
All right.
Yeah,
I will
level.
talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.